Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining. Appreciate it as always. I'm up pretty early. I'm not really ready for the stream as usual, but I'll do my best, and the panelists will hopefully get me through it. So let's bring in the boys. Let's start with the giant of the group. The man needs no introduction. The man is Ian. Ian, how you doing?
I was wondering who you're going to say, the giant. I knew it.
You look surprised. That's all I'm going to say. You look surprised.
How's it
What's
going?
going on, Ian?
Good. Busy week ahead. Tuesday's my Monday, so I never look forward to it, but it's going to jump on for a couple of hours, and yeah, looking forward to talking toys. This last month was insane. Like, I think I had like seven hot toys. 8 if you include what I paid for. It's
And you got like 3 or 4 of them in one day, right?
Yeah, everything just came all at once. I got another one coming today. So it's been mental, but it'd be good to talk about toys and lots of positive stuff, but also maybe some criticism about pricing and why I'm broke all the time. But yeah, it'd be fun to have a chat about that on this rainy Tokyo day.
Yeah. So Ian hasn't been joining us too much recently. He's a professor, so we can call him Professor Ian. So he's got a lot of classes and a lot of stuff going on. So we're always appreciative when he joins, and thank you for being here.
Yeah, thanks, man.
All right, let's bring in the next guy, the man of the muscle, the power lifter, the man who sneaks. Let's bring in Sneaky Figs. What's going on?
Hey, power lifter. That's crazy. But anyways,
but
yeah. Sorry, I couldn't make it. Last couple of times. I know, like we had holidays over here last week.
People left me hanging last week.
Memorial Day. We're out and about, but yeah. But I'm here. I'm still kicking. So, but yeah, again, May was kind of a slower month for me, I guess you could say. And I mean, I guess we could tie that all into the pricing we'll talk about later. We'll see.
Yeah.
But I was looking at my pickups for this past month, and maybe I wasn't happy, but my wallet was happy. But we'll get into that later.
Yeah. All right, cool. Thank you for being here. Let's get into Mr. Debonire. How you doing?
I was holding out for powerlifter, but I'll take that.
No, you're not there. You're not there yet.
I was a very long time ago. Those days are gone. Oh man, good.
What's going on?
Oh man, it's been a banner month for me. I've been sort of the opposite of Sneaky. Still not up to Ryan levels or anywhere near that, but
no one's near that.
It's been drinking from the toy fire hose, so I had actually a rare tough time picking 6 this month.
Oh yeah! Wow, well, good for you.
And putting them in order. But little something old, little something new. But it's been a fun month.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I ended up getting 4 hot toys this past month, and not all of them are making it today. I did 2.
Yeah.
The other 2 I picked up, and I hooked up a fellow collector. So I bought them. He wanted them more, so I gave them to him basically at cost. So
that's very cool.
Try to help people out. Try to do the good thing, and see what happens.
You didn't get me. I'm still waiting for my Cherry Blossom Stormtrooper, man. What the hell? He's giving everybody else.
I'm still waiting for the money for the ghost.
I haven't got a ghost.
One thing at a time.
Did you guys see it's raining out your way?
Yeah, it's raining here.
Oh,
it's raining season here.
I don't know how it is for Sneaky there, but it is like inferno weather out here.
It's not too bad. It was hot over the weekend. But right now it's like mid 80s, I'd say.
Yeah, we're I think mid 90s now, but we're a little farther north.
Just a tip, not the tip, but a tip. If anybody is planning to come to Japan, specifically Tokyo, do not come in June. June is rainy season. It's very humid, it's very muggy, and it rains literally like almost every day. So that's followed by extreme humidity and heat in July and August, which is like hell. It's one thing to be hot. It's another thing to be extremely humid and hot.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad here.
I mean, I've traveled like to so many, like I've traveled to like 58 countries, man, and I've never experienced like I've been to countries where it's hot, like crazy hot. Like I've been in the desert and it's like burning hot, but like Japan in summer, man, like the humidity mixed, it's like you're in like the Amazon rainforest constantly. Like you get out the shower and you're in a sauna.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'd rather have the dry heat over humidity any day.
100%. Yeah.
You don't even know if you're sweating or if it's the humidity. It's a weird feeling.
You walk outside and you walk like 50 feet and your back is wet from the humidity already. Like it's brutal.
Like you're feeling the heat as you're walking into it. It's like bouncing like your face.
Hot air coming in. It's awful.
Oh, and that's for sure not good for our hot toy collection.
Well, mine has survived. I mean, I must just have this energy that comes off me that protects my figures. I don't know.
Yeah, you got that you got what the kids call that Kaiju Daddy aura that like protects your figures.
Yeah. Have either of you guys had trouble with figures due to the humidity?
I have a little. I have it's not as bad as people usually have in humid countries. People have stuff like falling to pieces, but the only ones I have is the leather. Like my Batman 89, the cloak started to kind of deteriorate a little. The cape, and then the worst one is my Superman, man. He was there. This Superman here, like his emblem started to crack, and that happened in the winter. I think it's because it's very dry in the winter, so I needed to put something on it to protect it, maybe. But yeah.
All right. We got more people to bring in. Let's stop chit-chatting, all right? Next, we got the man of the hour, the man who is in need of an intervention, the collector.
Which one?
I'm trying to get
Ryan is very excited these days because one of his favorite companies just announced a big project or a big item. So he's pretty pumped.
Yes. What's going on, man? Get ready to get these boxes, man. Get these rotator cuffs down.
What are you benching there,
Ryan? 16.
Nice.
That's what the average box is, so I don't really have to go. But I'm going for max reps. So when I go out to that door, I pick up that box. It's at least 6 boxes. So got my 6 figures set up. I forgot about my top one and my second one too. So it was a busy month, but this month it will probably be a lot worse with all the hot toys coming in and taking advantage of all these sales. So Valverse had a sale. Gridiron's got some popping up now. So it is time for you guys to stop making excuses and let's not talk about tonight. All these sob stories. You just gotta work harder, get that money.
Where's the mute button? Wait a second.
Okay, no excuses, man.
All right. And the last person, the guest of the day, we are bringing in a legend.
Yeah.
We're bringing in Figure Fight Club. Fight Club. How you doing, man? Thank you for
joining
us.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here, actually.
Well, the room shows it. I mean,
better lighting than all of us.
It's lit up right now. So
we need some laser pants soundboards for these intros.
Yeah,
man. We do.
Thank you. Come again.
Oh, there you go. I heard that.
How are you guys doing?
Awesome.
Yeah, it's good. Good to have you on.
Yeah, no, this is fun. If you guys don't mind me asking, where are you guys from? I know the 2 from Japan. How about the others?
I'm from the streets of Compton.
He's lived a hard life.
He's got both colors rocking on his shirt. He's got the Bloods and the Crips.
Hey. No, I'm really from
totally
Indiana.
That through Compton. I agree.
Yeah.
I'm in Los Angeles, California, the
Nice,
north
okay.
end of the
Yeah.
scorching hot San Fernando Valley.
Okay.
I'm also from California. I'm actually I grew up in the LA. I was born in LA, grew up in the LA area, but I'm over more inland now. So I'm like maybe about 2 hours away from Jason. About
Right about
Oh,
there.
nice.
yeah.
That's cool.
Obby, where are you?
I'm in North Carolina, Raleigh, North Carolina area.
Yeah.
So in the East Coast.
So you were just in India, right? For a wedding?
Yeah, my cousin got married. So it was I haven't been there in years. Like I think 2010 or 11 was the last time I was there.
Yeah.
So it was fun actually. I was pleasantly surprised that the smell wasn't as bad as it was back then. So.
I love India, man. That's
Can we
like
say that?
I'm being 100% serious too. Like you smell India 20 minutes before you land, and I didn't smell it this time. I was so impressed. I was like, man, I haven't smelled India yet. What the hell? And I'm in India.
Well, was it in the city or was it outside the city?
I was in Delhi at the airport. It's like right in the heart of Delhi. But like after you went away from the airport, like 20 minutes away, then you start smelling it a little bit, and I was like, there it is.
All right. Now I've never been to India, and let's be honest. There's some places I don't really have much of an interest in going, and India is one of them. Sorry.
I mean, it's fine. I always tell people to try it
India,
out.
India's my favorite country on the planet, man, to visit.
Yeah,
Like,
India is supposed to be pretty amazing.
But I just want to get an idea. What would you describe the smell as?
It's a good question. Just like a trash, a giant pile of trash.
Yeah.
Like it smells really bad. But you get used to it while you're there. To be honest with you, like your nose adjusts, and when it's really bad, that's when you're like, oh, there's a punch in my face. But you get over it fairly quickly.
Yeah.
The biggest thing is like the food. You got to be careful with the food. That's
And the water, right?
and the water,
right?
yeah, yeah. And everyone's trying to rip you off. So
Other than that, smooth sailing.
It's a good place.
exactly. Great place other than all those situations.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, we got a lot to get into today. Obviously, we're discussing the ever-increasing rise in prices on figures. But before we get into that, let's say hello to the people who are joining us. Mark, always one of the first. Thank you for being here, man. Appreciate it. KJ, always missing in action, but he does show up here and there. What's going on, KJ? And as he says, I'll be back. He shows up and he disappears. Your boys got toys. Thanks for joining us, man. Appreciate it. Really do. Bones, how's it going, man? Thank you. How are we gonna pronounce this?
Vicious
Akuzu?
Soldier.
What is it?
I would say Vicious Soldier.
Vicious soldier.
Vicious Soldier?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, man. Sorry for butchering the name. Thank you for being here, man. Appreciate it. Dawn, cost is too damn high. I think we all can agree on that, man. It's pretty
Don's not
brutal.
wrong. Yeah.
Yeah, Dawn is not wrong. But a slave to Bondi. Yeah. The
Don
price
is also still not wrong.
So the Goblin Kid, he's been around forever, man. Thank you for being here today. The price, partly, mainly bored of the same old characters. That's absolutely true, especially if we're talking about McFarlane.
Mhm.
Companion playing it safe with too many updates and reissues. Yeah, MAFEX, Revoltech are the main culprits. Absolutely. Same things, new iterations, but it's the same characters again and again and again. Yeah. So who else do we got? We got Justin Collects. Hey man, thank you for being here. The Watcher making his appearance. Thank you, man, for being here. So let's get into it. Like I said, first we're gonna start off with Mezco. Mezco's prices are really up there. We'll start off with their newest piece. This is the Shadow. I think the only person in the group who got this was the man who needs the intervention. Ryan, you did get this, right?
I also need an intervention.
Oh, you got it too?
I did.
Okay.
Oh, I can't hear
Your
mine.
microphone off?
I'll get. I thought the price was ridiculous. I mean,
Yeah.
It's up there. I bought it because I've been hunting this one down forever, and it sells for crazier than that for the original one. And soft spot for this one, just because growing up, my dad would always my dad listened to the original radio shows, so he'd tell me all these stories over and over and over. They're great stuff, so I always wanted to get it, and I took my shot. But if this hadn't been a figure that had some kind of pull for me, no possible way. That 175 is a bit nuts.
It's
but
rough.
it came with some extras that I can't say I care so much about. I don't know about you, Ryan, but what did it come with? The box and the signet ring and poster and
the smoke.
It did come with smoke, yeah. Which looked surprising like the smoke I have for one of the items that's in my 6 today, which is older. So I was kind of surprised to see it come back. It did not look like they'd improved it much.
Yeah. So I mean, all we're seeing with all the figures, obviously all the companies, they're raising the prices up and up. And every now and then they'll put an outlier out there, and this is that, to kind of gauge what's the demand, how much will people spend. So normally with the Mezco stuff, we're looking at like, about $115 or something like that.
Yeah.
But this one was pretty high. Here we have 116. That was the one before it. Ryan got this. He wasn't impressed. What's going on with your microphone today, man? Why don't you leave and then come back in? But yeah, just the prices on this are insane. Obby?
I did play with this one at IshCon, and though it looks fun, it's a fun figure to like mess around with. I still think 120. I mean, that's like a normal Mezco price at this point. $120 is normal for Mezco.
Yeah.
So I don't think they went super high up on this one. I do like the magnetic hat feature on it, but the whole Rumble Society stuff is just kind of getting a little old on me. So
it's like the Popeye hat, right? The way
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was going to add to this too. Is it's one thing when you get the standard ones that you can get anywhere, kind of like Obby was saying, is you're going to pay 116 or right around there, and that's about it. But the shipping charges for the exclusive stuff on these are really what kill me, because I'm guessing Al probably sees about the same, but every time I get one there, it's somewhere between 30 and 40 bucks, 28, depending, right about there. And that takes it to a whole nother level. So if not for the exclusives, I got to really like it to go in on it.
No.
Mm-hmm. But, again, that brings us back to this, and, they threw in those extra accessories, but let's be honest. I mean, the accessories are just for padding to justify a higher cost. I mean, a lot of companies do that.
Oh, yeah. And I bet Mezco know the value of the original Shadow figure, and it's selling for $400 or $500. So 175, that's to them, that's like, hey, that's half of what people are willing to spend on the aftermarket. Of course, this is going to sell out.
And and their justification is to give you extra accessories and extra goodies with it. So
that
why
you're
not?
never going to use.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Like give us some decent accessories, like a solid base, or a couple like background things or whatever, like things that you can actually use. But all these multiple pieces, like the ring. I mean, come on, like who's going to be using that? Who's going to display that?
Yeah, that's just box filler. That stuff you're going to put away and never see again.
Yeah. And I did notice that they did remove some accessories too, like the Scales of Justice.
They did. Yeah.
Oh, I would have rather had that than a ring, but
So, Obby, you did get this or you didn't get this?
I did not. I've actually been letting go of a lot of my Mezcos right now, just because I need more space. I'm running out of space very quickly. So you get a bit of stuff that you don't really care for that much anymore. So most of the Rumble Society stuff I've been kind of working on moving out.
Okay. What is your go-to collection right now? What's at the top?
I mean, at this point, Valaverse Action Force is one of the main lines I collect. I'm a big fan of Storm Collectibles, Street Fighter stuff. Anything fighting related, I kind of generally end up buying. To be honest with you, I do a lot. I collect too much. A lot of random things.
Everybody on this channel collects. Everybody watching collects too much.
I know. So like, I just recently bought Star Wars as well. So just like, man, I'm going back to Star Wars apparently. So
what Star Wars are you talking? Black Series, vintage?
Black Series.
Yeah.
I was like, oh look, they're on sale. Let's buy them.
Yeah, on sale. On sale means like what they cost, 3 years ago.
They should be.
So yeah, excuse me. It's just, it's an issue of, this is the thing that kind of really prompted me to do this stream, this particular figure, because again, you'll see a company drop a high price thing, and then how well it sells, that will be the catalyst for increasing prices across the board, and people notice it. And when all you're really getting again is a lot of filler of useless stuff, of, let's be honest, some cheap stuff that you're never going to display, you're never going to use, but they use it to justify the high cost, and then again continually churning it out at these higher rates. We all understand that the cost of everything is going up, but the cost of everything going up is not matching the cost of the figures in terms of the percentage and so on. So we're definitely seeing a higher bump if you measure it against inflation, if you measure it against, the cost of everything moving. So it's tough. It's going to be tough to be a collector moving forward. Things are only going up. In Japan, Ian knows what I'm talking about. In Japan, we have not seen an increase in raises in our salaries in like 30 years.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So what we were making 30 years ago is what we're making now. Same amount of money.
Some people are making less. Some people are making less.
Well, you're making less. Some people are making less. Like, people who are teachers are definitely making less.
Teachers, when I first came to Japan, like the money you get as a teacher in a kind of private school is more than they get now, which is nuts. Like, they've
like a good 30 to 40% more.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's insane.
But I mean, like everything is like that's a big issue here, because it's not just. I mean, everything's going. I went to a sushi place, a nearby sushi place, a couple of days ago, and like it's almost double price from like 3 or 4 years ago. They've doubled the price of sushi. It's insane.
Yeah. I was reading a Reddit subreddit the other day, and there was a guy posting that he got a job offer to do IT here in Japan. And the going rate in the States for his particular job is between $150,000 to $200,000 a year. So his offer in Japan was 350,000 yen a month. Now, those of you who aren't Ian out there probably don't know what that means. That means it's under $3,000 a month. This guy, if he stays in the States, he'll make $150,000 to $200,000 a month. But if he comes to Japan, he's making less than $3,000 a month. So he's making sub 40 grand a year.
Yeah.
For that kind of IT work,
you compare it.
I can guess about where he's at, what he's doing. That's crazy.
But US, I was looking at this before about people were talking about how much their houses were costing in the US and stuff, and like the average salary for the country in the US is double Japan. And it's actually Japan's almost the same as the UK where I'm from. So I think US are just in America, you kind of, it's just the cost of living or the cost of stuff is just high.
I saw a stat that said in 2000 the salaries were pretty much identical between the US and Japan, and then the US is just taken off, and like Ian said, it's about double or even triple what you're going to get here. So again, we as collectors here, we're stuck at the same salary we've been at for 20, 30 years. But these things, they're just, up and up and up and up and up. So,
well, I got a solution for your problem. You guys want to know that? You moved to the United States.
That's one solution. Ian can't do that.
And yes, you can. Trust me, you can come here.
Well, you
We'll make it happen.
more, but the cost of living, especially in California, is crazy here.
Well,
Yeah.
I hate to tell you, boys, 30% more on your home insurance is going to hurt you. So
Oh,
move to the Midwest.
Yeah.
So I was gonna also make a comment about depending salaries are adjustable depending on where you live.
Sure.
Generally, that's how it's supposed to work, right? So it really just depends on how's the living expenses in Japan or wherever you guys are from in Japan. Because if that hasn't gone up, like a lot of US has gone up like crazy. My house has doubled in value in the last 5 years. It's literally doubled in value.
same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been to the States and I've been shocked at the pricing. But that being said, it's not triple the price of everything that's here. Things here are low cost, and companies in Japan, when inflation comes around, they'll eat the cost. In the United States, they pass it along to the consumer, to the customer. In Japan, they generally eat the cost. So that affects salary going up and so on and so forth. But as you're saying, it really depends. We're in Tokyo. So the prices outside Tokyo, the salaries outside Tokyo are even far less than what we're making in Tokyo. So you also have to factor that in. It's just a
House
totally
prices
different.
I'm trying to buy a house now. House prices in Japan, where I live like on the outskirts, have doubled in the last 10 years. So I mean, it is, but I don't think they on average cost as much as a house in the US. I mean,
But
I got
there's a
friends in
difference.
Canada, and
There's
their
a
price of their
difference.
house is insane. Like
The difference in the price of a US house and a Japanese house, and those of you who aren't in Japan, you probably don't know this. In Japan, the laws regarding how you build homes are always updated based on earthquake technology. So when the new norms, the new standards are raised, the homes that were built before that sort of become obsolete. People don't want to live in them. And if you buy a home in Japan, especially Tokyo, you only have an expectancy to live in that house for 40 to 50 years tops, which means if you buy that house and you're 20 years old, when you're 70, you're no longer able to kind of live in that house. It's expected that you're going to tear it down and build another one. In the States, you can pass your house along. It appreciates with value. In Japan, unless you're in a specific area of Tokyo, nothing is appreciating. Everything immediately starts going down in value.
Wow.
So when you buy a house, this house is not being passed along to any of your children or any of your grandchildren. It's just impossible. So whatever you're paying, that's
the
dead
land
end.
is the land you get. I mean, the land is what costs the money, right? I mean, the houses are made of cardboard here, so it's pretty easy to make a new one.
Literally.
I didn't know we were having an HGTV stream tonight. I'm a teacher and I'm a police officer. Our budget is $6 million. Which house will they pick tonight?
So anyway, that's on that. Let's get into another particular thing. Let's talk about MAFEX. So the MAFEX prices have been going up. So we're now at about 14,000 yen per figure. That is about $100 for us here. We're not talking about big bad toy store money. We're talking about like what's the retail price on the MAFEX stuff, and that's hitting $100. And they're really great figures, but I don't see them being worth over $100. Like 100 is probably tops for most of the stuff that I'm willing to buy. Once they start reaching 110, 115, again, with our salaries being stagnant, I don't know how sustainable Medicom is thinking this line is going to be. It's crazy. So that's the breaking point for me. Once that line starts hitting 100, like 12,000 yen, sorry, 14. Once they start hitting 20,000 yen, or even 16, 17, 18,000 yen, I think I'm out. I think I'm out of the MAFEX.
Oh man, I'm already out. I'm already out. Like the price of those figures is compared to stuff that's coming out of like China now and like these third party stuff, I know they're not paying for the licensing and stuff, but like, you know, there are ones that they are, and they're considerably cheaper, and they are coming with a load more stuff. They look better, you know. They've got new versions of characters. They're more original. Like the MAFEX, man. Like I went in the other day and I'm picking stuff up, and like I'd like to have this, but there's no way I'm paying that much money for this. Like it's just a piece of plastic, and you know they're not even putting stuff in there that they could be putting there. Paint jobs on them. Like you have to go through them to find ones that have the best paint application. Like that shouldn't be happening when you're paying that much money for a figure. I think
with MAFEX too, I think the resale is going to drop drastically in about a year. So all these people that are just gung ho on MAFEX, I would say they're probably going to let them go pretty quick down the road for cheap. And that's kind of how the way I'm playing out. So I'm going to get a wick. I forget how much it was, $50-$60. And I think if you play that game, it's a lot better. And MAFEX is not going to be putting out a bunch of figures a year. Their output's pretty low. So that's the way I look at MAFEX.
I mean, during the pandemic, same thing happened with Mescos. People were getting rid of Mescos left and right. I was literally every single day buying them for like $40-$50. And we're talking about either brand new or complete in box. And I was just like, holy crap, this is amazing.
Yeah. And I think it's a line with shipping getting higher and higher too. It's going to get a lot harder to get these toys underneath $100.
I mean, you're criticizing, like, talking about was it Crab Louie? Like, I'd much rather have that Crab Louie and pay that extra $20 and have something that has, you know, an original sculpt, has cloth goods.
Well, no, not necessarily. Here, Ryan, showcase your Crab Louie. Hold on.
Well, yeah, and you know the little sailor hat fell behind the. I mean, the lower body is so loose, so if I put him on a shelf, you know, he just toppled right over his.
Is he
sailor
top
hat.
heavy?
Yeah, he's really top heavy.
Oh, because of the head.
It's less that he's top heavy. It's just that the bottom is too loose. He doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, it's
no, dude. Because like I've got this figure art. So I just found this out. Oh shit! I just found this out now.
We missed it.
It's falling to pieces. I got this back. I was saying great things about the figure arts Bakugo. Like it's a great figure. But I had this in like a pose, like on the shelf, and because of that, his legs have gone loose.
That's figure art, man. That's what they do.
Because he's top heavy as well, though.
Yeah.
And it's because if his legs are spread, it's that pressure that's putting on it that whole time. And
slow drop into the splits.
Yeah, he's going into the splits now, which is really frustrating.
Well, the benefit of figure arts is they keep a lot of their Japanese IP very, very affordable. You know that.
Yeah.
So if you're paying, you know, $35-$40 for a figure, you know, you put up with a lot more in terms of, you know, a little bit of an issue here, a little bit of an issue there. The figure arts, my experience with the figure arts, especially the Spider-Man figures, is you put them in a pose like you're saying, and then you pick it up and all the joints are loose within 6 months. And it's really frustrating. I mean, that's one of the reasons I moved on to Metacom and MAFEX. But the pricing isn't bad.
Yeah.
The pricing isn't bad at all.
I mean, that was equivalent of like $30. And it comes with so much stuff. Yeah. And then you can buy accessory packs to like add all this extra stuff onto them. So, you know, I definitely still choose that over. I mean, my MAFEX go wobbly, a lot of them. You know, especially my Harley can't stand up at all. She's
really,
it's just the floppiest leg ever.
Wow.
So I'm gonna have to put some nail polish on that.
The Hush Harley?
The Hush one, yeah.
I've had her on a stand up in the air this whole time, so she's still stuck that way.
Yeah, maybe don't touch it.
Yeah, but just never touch anything again. I'm all set.
Yeah, I'm being very more selective with pre-ordering Metacom stuff because the pricing is just getting crazy, and then we're starting to see a lot of them go on sale pretty quickly. I know, Big Bad Toy Store prices are, you know, usually not that great because after the import, but they got a 20% off DC sale right now, and it brings those prices down to what the retail cost is. And if you could find them on sale on like Hobby Lobby Japan, I've gotten stuff super dirt cheap. That Thor for 20 bucks, that was crazy. I think I'm gonna mainly pre-order the comic stuff because those are always going to be a hit for the most part. But all the other stuff like the live action stuff, unless it's like a Toby Spider-Man that we don't really see often, I'm just going to be more selective and maybe get those down the road when they go on sale.
With the MAFEX stuff, the thing I really don't like is there's no consistency with their pricing. Like you get a chunky figure and it's like, cheaper than like a skinny dude. Like I don't get it. You get these big figures sometimes with extra accessories, and then they'll reissue something with a different.
So let me interrupt. Let me interrupt. This was announced last year, right? 11,880 yen. Okay. So then we go to the newest figures, 14,080 yen. So we're looking at like the equivalent for us, it's like $25 increase for us.
But does it come with a lot more accessories?
Well, this particular one does, but if we look at let's look at the first one that I had up, the Luke.
Yeah.
I mean, it has 2 guns and like 2 or 3 extra sets of hands or something like that. I think 2 sets of hands. And it's the same price.
That just might be the license.
It could be the license. It could be the license. But this is now the standard price is my point. Like it's 14,000 across the board. And if you're looking at all the different figures that you're getting,
how much was Black Panther with the throne? That was about the same price, right?
I think
that one was pretty low.
Yeah, I think that was like 12.
That went way on sale.
No, Ian was right. It was 14.
Yes, but it comes with a throne. You know what I mean?
It came with
That's huge.
Yeah. The Robin is another questionable one. There's like barely any accessories with the Robin, the Hush Robin.
Yep.
Yeah.
So like Shazam. You did not buy that? Is anyone going to buy that?
Nobody wants that.
No. That one creepy face means I am never buying that thing, even if they're handing them out for free.
So, when was this announced? I think this was announced in the fall, wasn't it?
Earlier than that, I thought.
Maybe summertime. Maybe.
Okay. I remember.
I thought this was announced like September or October. I could be wrong.
No, Hobby Genki made me pay for it like in August or September. So
explain to me why this is only $30. Explain that.
Because it's Jada Toys, and Jada Toys is putting out really good stuff at an affordable price, and we were going to talk about that, but you're jumping the gun.
You big screamy. You didn't have to big screamy.
So Rogue was announced about a year ago, actually.
Yeah.
Was it? Maybe I'm thinking of Jubilee. Okay.
Yeah, because I remember in June we had a bunch of figures come out. To me, I think they're giving it to the stores for a cheap price, and they're just marking it up because BBTS and all these other companies will reduce it automatically. What, 21%, 20%? So
they'll never go more than that though.
Yeah, but if I was
other lines of 30, 40, they won't do that with the MAFEX. 20 is the tops.
20.
Mm-hmm.
So let me just ask the panel, those of you who are still buying this line, what is too much for you for this particular line? So for me, it's going to be like $110 a figure, like that. I'm out.
Yeah.
Ian, you're already out, right?
I'm out. I want to go back to the days of them being 8,000, 9,000 yen, $60, $70. Like, why are they not costing that? That's how much they were. That's how much we were paying.
Yeah.
I was getting chunky Batman, Superman figures for that price. And now explain to me why. And they had better paint application. They had capes. Like, I don't know what's happening and why we're almost paying almost double the price than they were when I first started collecting them. So yeah,
I think
we
it's
all keep paying for them.
supply and demand, and people were all gun ho for this stuff. I mean, the Batman on horse was what, $90? It was reduced that low.
Yeah.
You know,
I saw him
recovery
go down to, I think, $70 at one point.
$70. So I'm just saying, I think if we as consumers would just chill out on these figures, the prices would go way lower. And because of the demand was so high, they're taking advantage of the consumers and making us overpay for everything. And you see it on eBay, people selling MAFEX for over what, $200. They're going to see that stuff and they're going to, increase the price.
Yeah.
Yep,
So
yep.
Al, what's your cutoff point?
Say like around the $100 price point, unless it's something I really like.
That's what it is now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, once you factor ship, most of the stuff still is around like 85-ish.
Yeah.
For us, when we purchase it from an overseas site. But my question is, and I don't know how the business works, but how are we still getting reissues that are around the 8,000 yen, like Ian brought up? Deadpool just came out. So I wonder how they're able to keep those still at that original price.
Well, there's a Japanese consumer protection law that prohibits Japan companies in Japan
that's right.
from reselling things at a higher price point. And this came up again during that earthquake back in 2011. Mm-hmm. When you started seeing an increase in prices of water and so on across the board when there was a shortage.
Yeah, you did mention that before. Okay.
They've been very strict on that.
Yeah, okay. You did mention that before. I just forgot. But
that's why they do 1.5s.
Yeah, the renewals. The renewals, that is crazy. Yeah, but no, okay, yeah, you're right. That makes sense. But yeah, about $100. If that's going to start being the regular retail price for us after conversions, unless I really really like the figure, and I'm looking to complete a certain line like the Jim Lee X-Men or something. Yeah, I'm tapping out of that and waiting for sales.
Okay. Jason, what point are you out?
I think I'm with you guys. 110, and then it's got to be, like Ian was saying, the quality's got to be there. I mean, you can't sell stuff for 110 and have it come with paint defects and joint defects and all that stuff. But it's certainly going to make me be a lot more picky about what I get. There's only so many you can do at that price point, so you got to really start thinking about what you want. I don't know. They know they've got us sucked into some of these lines. If you're a Batman fan, you're going in to get that Robin, anything on the Hush line that comes out that's significant. Same thing with like Superman line with Reign of the Superman is if you want to finish that off, you're getting that last Superboy because that's the set. But they'll start hitting that price point. It's like, and I'm sure Al hears this too, is we all wonder how people are still going to Disneyland out here with the full family with the prices.
Yeah.
And the reason is because people keep paying for that. So I think that's what they'll see here is sooner than later, I think people are going to have to really start toning it back, and then they'll have to adjust their prices to match because it doesn't help them where at the end of the year, like we were saying, you can get that, what was it, 120 originally for the Batman with horse, somewhere right around there, and everyone starts getting it for $70, and you start feeling like kind of an idiot for paying all that.
Well, that's the issue that a lot of people have with G.I. Joe Classified.
Yeah.
When they're charging this huge amount, and then suddenly you see it at Ollie's for like $10, $15. It's like, how do you sustain a line when people repeatedly see these figures going for dirt cheap at these outlet stores? Like, people are not going to spend the money up front for them, knowing that they're going to be able to get them later on at that price.
Yeah, and they get you a little bit with that Daredevil feel because everyone sort of held off to see what would happen with Daredevil. Then it sold out and it was gone. Yeah. So everybody jumped on it, started paying aftermarket prices, and
I think MAFEX is a FOMO line.
Yes.
So
Sure.
you gotta definitely just chill out on this. And if they're not giving us a Punisher, they're not giving us a Ghost Rider, I'd be more selective on this. And then weigh your options. I mean, you're buying a couple of these. I mean, Robert knows it's going to be a hot toy, right?
Yep.
I mean, you can get hot toys for pretty cheap. I still think
We'll get
MAFEX
into hot toys in a moment too.
Yeah.
But Obby, what's your cutoff on this line? You do buy these, right?
I actually stopped buying them a long time ago just because the quality in them. I mean, not that I don't own any today, but I think the last ones I bought brand new were the Boys, the 3 MAFEX from the Boys,
Mhm.
and I think I spent like $80 each on them. Granted, I got it from like because I live in an area where there's a lot of collectors, and I go to every weekend. I'm pretty much going to like a show or something's happening with toys. So I'm always there, and I always look for deals. But like at another event, I think this past month in May, I bought the Bank Robber Joker MAFEX, and it was like $35 complete.
The Bank Robber Joker. So we're talking about like way
Yeah,
back.
very old stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see if we can find that.
And then there was another. I think I bought the the Twilight Batman. I'm pretty sure that was one of the other ones I bought for like $40, and then there was the movie Bane I bought for like $35 too. Other than that, I and the Boys, I don't really own anything else when it
Okay,
comes to
so
MAFEX.
this is the figure, correct?
Yeah.
All right, so this retailed for 4,800 yen, I guess 5,300 with tax. So that would probably be about $38-40 retail.
So I bought it.
It's a really good figure too.
I know. I was having a lot of fun posing it, and one of the main reasons why I actually left MAFEX is because they had that ragdoll effect. The more you mess with it, the more it started getting shaky, and I was like, I can't do this anymore. And that's older MAFEX. I've heard they've changed in plastics recently, or the newer ones is way more improved. But I'm so traumatized, so I'm not going near it anymore. So I was like, even the Boys, I haven't even opened them yet. They're still in the box. One day I'll open it. It'll be fun. But till that day comes.
So let me touch on something you just said, which is a great point. You got traumatized, so to speak, on the quality of the figure, and it pushed you away, and you haven't returned. And I think
unless I see it up for like $35, then I was like, all right.
Well, that's a different story, right? That's a totally different story. But I think companies don't take that into account enough. That once you lose a collector, it takes a lot to get that collector back into the line, especially considering that collector has now lost the ability to collect all these other figures that have come out since then. So jumping back into a line, now you have to buy backwards again and continue moving forward. So once you do step back, it is very, very difficult to get that person back into the line. People don't take that into account enough, I think.
Unless the person is ridiculous and wants to spend the money to catch up. That's always But I agree, though. I haven't gone back to MAFEX, to be honest, ever since I left it. And every chance I get, that's probably one of the first ones I will try to get rid of.
Yeah. So Big Bad is a totally different story. As we said, we're really discussing how these prices are for either retail or an official distributor. So what Hot Toys go for retail in Hong Kong is not what anybody outside Hong Kong is paying, but you do have official distributors outside Hong Kong, like Toy Sapiens in Japan, Sideshow in the States. What's that price, and how is that price affecting us? So okay, so let's move beyond this then. Let's talk about the main lines that you do collect. So we'll start with Ian. What's the main line you collect?
The main line I collect now is probably Hot Toys.
Okay, and the price of Hot Toys right now, a standard figure, is about $270 to $300.
Yeah.
At what point is that too much for you?
I mean, I think it is still a little bit too much. I remember when I first picked up my I got my first hot toy and it was way cheaper than that, and it was, I think I got it secondhand anyway, but it was, even then it seemed like a lot. But I've just got so deep into the line, and just I just love having them. But I think with hot toys, like, there's so much that they're releasing. Again, it's just, there's no consistency. It doesn't make any sense. Like, I got this Enoch here, the Enoch from Ahsoka in the background. This guy with the gold face, and he's a great looking stormtrooper. But man, like, that costs more than maybe like a clone which comes with a bunch of extra helmets and a head sculpt. Like, I don't understand that.
And he's not very posable, is he?
It's not very posable. I'm not too bothered about that because I just want it to be kind of screen accurate. So I don't need to. He's not. I mean, he doesn't do anything in the show really except for just stand there. So I'm not that bothered, and it's a great looking figure, but it doesn't make any sense. The worst one for me is I got the droidica the other day, and it's big, but when I was carrying it home, I'm like, this thing doesn't weigh much. And I was surprised. Why doesn't it weigh?
I was surprised too.
Why doesn't it weigh much? And then I got it out, and man, it's like the plastic feels almost brittle. And I was opening it, and I was terrified of snapping this thing. And I've seen people unboxing it. I've seen reviewers breaking it, as soon as they tried to put it into its kind of rolled up pose. And that thing cost, 42,000 yen. Yeah. And that's me being able to pick it from a shop. That's no shipping, like, how much? I don't know how much is 42,000, almost $300.
More than that.
It's crazy money, and I don't know why that costs that much money. And then I can open, like a Hera or an Ahsoka, which was cheaper or around the same price, and comes with the heads, or comes with cloth goods, or comes with extra accessories. So that's my issue with hot toys. I think they release stuff and they have these set prices, but it doesn't represent the actual cost of the figure and what you actually get. And I think that's a big problem with hot toys and a lot of toy lines. I don't know why.
As the watcher says, there's way too much.
Oh yeah,
way too much.
Well, yeah, it's ridiculous.
Way too much.
And their drops aren't staggered. They just release everything all at once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Hot Toys is doing
dropping 8 figures, 9, 10 figures a month.
That's crazy.
At that price is insane.
I got seven hot toys came in May. That's ridiculous. Like, I didn't even realize.
Your wife.
I didn't. The worst one is when you're on a wait list with Toy Sapiens and they have to send it you cash on delivery, and you're like, freaking hell, do not send that to my house when my wife's at home. Like, you're trying to get the delivery company to, like, okay, 9 o'clock, between 7 and 9 in the evening when I'm at home, and I've got my money ready, and I'm waiting for the doorbell to ring so I can run there. And I'm like saying to the delivery, don't say the price. Don't say the price.
that is crazy. You guys get hot toys delivered like pizza. What the hell?
Right?
Well, it's an expensive pizza, Al.
Yeah. Oh, man. That's
all right.
crazy.
So Ian's main line is hot toys, and right now the price hovering around $270 to $300, just so the majority of people out there can kind of figure out where we are with money. Is that kind of the ceiling in terms of you being able to continue to buy?
For me, maybe. I think so. I think if it starts getting more than that, it's definitely questionable. Like, they are just taking the mick, I think. I think. Yeah. I mean, it's the same with the MAFEX and the other lines, but we're seeing stuff again coming out of third-party companies, and it doesn't make any sense. The hot toys just feel like they're just making as much as they can, and they're now rushing to get them out, and the quality just doesn't seem to be there. I mean, I got the Hera, the Hot Toys Hera, and I opened her yesterday, and she looks great. She looks better than people are saying. People are saying the head sculpt isn't the same, but it is not the same as the prototype. The prototype is spot on. What you get is not what they're showing. And,
expand on that. I know you were kind of going off on that yesterday.
Talk
No,
about
it's just like when you have a prototype figure and you show it and it looks great, and then you actually get it in hand and it's like a cheapened version of it. It hasn't got the detail of the paint application. It's not just there. It's been edited in some way, or I don't understand how a prototype where they've actually made it, when they then have the molds to make the mass produced one, why it doesn't end up looking the same. And like I was saying to you, I mean, isn't that false advertising? You advertising a product and getting people to put a down payment on it, and then when they receive it, it's not the thing that you showed in a photo. Like that's got to be, that's an issue. And I
When
don't
your
like.
main sales point is lifelike likeness,
Yeah,
and what you're giving people isn't that to the degree that that's what you showed. Everybody knows there's a drop off. Everybody understands that. But to a certain degree, as you're saying, like, that's kind of shady.
Yeah.
If you're charging this much money,
for sure.
why is there such a drop off?
Well, you wouldn't be able to do it with other products, If someone advertised
No.
a car and they showed a photo of a car,
Yeah.
then you bought the car and then it didn't have certain parts or it was a different shape,
Yeah.
people would go crazy. They'd kick off about it.
Or you order a color and it's a different shade of color.
Yes.
Where's the color I asked for, So yeah. All right. Obby, what's your main
Yep.
line?
I don't think I have a main line, to be honest with you. I collect a little bit of everything. Recently, I've been going through Valaverse Action Force phase, so I've been dropping a lot of funds on that. But I collect a little bit of everything, like snail shells, storm collectibles, SHF, Mezco. I'm pretty sure in this past month I've bought at least one of everything, minus a Hot Toys. I didn't buy a Hot Toys or a MAFEX, so.
Congratulations.
Now I have to be worried about a bait and switch.
So let me ask you this then. What you spend per figure, at what point does it become something that you have to reevaluate?
I mean, that's a good question because I was at IshCon set up there. I'd probably drop thousands of dollars on action figures. I think it was like 3,000. I think in IshCon this year. But I was also a vendor set up there, so I was making money and spending money, so it was fun. It really just depends. I think I have a budget. The way I do it is I keep my finances separate. Home are separate than my toys. Toys stuff, I'm always revolving figures and I'm making money as well, and all that funds go into a toy account. And from there is where I spend most of that money to buy toys, and and if I'm selling something, it'll go back into that account. So I'm always revolving the money. But again, Action Force are cheap. They're like $28 to $35. So I buy a lot of them.
Yeah.
I mean, I just one of the figures I'll show off today, I bought 25 in the month of May of the same figure. The same exact figure.
All right, he's got you beat.
But for me, it was like I'm working. I sold off all my GI Joe at this point. All the GI Joe Hasbro, it's all gone.
Wow.
I had a whole Cobra shelf.
Your
It's all gone. Yeah, HasLab has gone to a his tank. I sold it.
Wow.
And I got rid of it all in the month of May, and I was like, all right, I want to do something else. I want to put something else in the display, and that's what I'm focusing on now. And I'm trying to buy stuff that would fit in my display.
Do you have a Rattler coming?
I don't. No Rattler.
Okay, I was gonna say, let me buy it off you.
Yeah. Unfortunately, nope, no Rattler at all.
All right. $1 million question though, because I don't know.
Mhm.
Are you married?
I am.
What? And your wife let you do this? Man.
Listen, it was funny because I had a buddy of mine.
Bruce Wayne, Batman, huh?
I had it's a really funny comment too because I had a buddy of mine. So during IshCon weekend, my wife celebrated her birthday, and she threw a little party, and a lot of her friends from out of state came. And she was like, "You have to be there." And I was like, "I'm set up as a vendor at this con." I was like, "You know what? I'll get there after the con's over because it ends at 6 o'clock. I'll leave. A buddy of mine from the con decided to come with me because he'll get some food and drinks and stuff. So he was like, "I'll go because it'll be fun." And I was like, "Yeah, and we'll stop by my house. I'll give you a little tour and I'll get more inventory to pack up." I made a comment to my wife. I was like, "Hey, I probably already spent like $2,000," and she goes, "Okay," like she expected it, and which again she doesn't really see the impact because it's all in an account she doesn't have access to, and those funds are again revolving. So she doesn't see it. I mean, I get packages almost every single day, and she'll just put them in my office right here if I'm not the one who gets them.
Wow.
Good she doesn't.
You,
I mean,
huh?
I am very lucky. I'm very lucky.
Have you read my book?
The worst part is though when I have 2 kids as well, and my older son is a little bit into action figures, but he doesn't play with his toys, and I get upset about it, and I was like, "Play with your toys," and he's like, "You don't play with your toys," and he's like, "I'm a collector. They're on display," and I was like, "God damn it!" And I can't argue with him. He's like, "All right, I get it.
You gotta let him play with them." That's how old is your son?
8. He's turning 9 this month. Yeah, in June. He's turning 9 in the middle of the month, and then my younger one is 5. They go into my man cave and look around. Two boys, yeah. They look around. Like I have another room upstairs, which is like wall to wall toys. All the expensive stuff is up in the air, so they can't reach it. But the other stuff is the hand you could easily grab. They know not to touch. They've learned it. They know when they walk into the room, they either have to ask me, "Hey, can I touch this or play with this?" And I was like, "Yeah." So they're very well behaved when it comes to that.
Okay.
And then the wife normally doesn't. I mean, I had to. I was banking on SCCC Media Pass. I didn't get it, so I bought tickets, and it was like $1,400. My wife was like, "Here's what she told me." She goes, "It's your birthday weekend. Go have fun." I am very lucky when it comes to a significant other. Very lucky, and I know this, and I tell her almost every day.
Whatever like card you have, husband card, you got to give it to all these guys.
All these guys. What mind control are you using on this point?
I have no idea,
like
but I'm
playing at night. Listen to your husband. Don't question him.
The hypno hustler.
Oh, I can tell you some crazy stories, man.
Is your wife Indian American?
She is Indian. She was born in U.S. So
okay.
So I lucked out.
You think it's a cultural thing?
I have no idea. I mean, honestly, my wife has seen me. So she's like, so I started collecting action figures only after I married her. So like I didn't collect before.
As a kid, you didn't collect?
I mean, as a kid, I did. I played with toys as a kid, but I think at the age of like 11 or 12, I stopped. But then one of her I was big into wrestling and on and off. And then when I got back into wrestling, one of her best friend, like her college best friend's husband, got me like back into wrestling, and then he's the one who actually got me into collecting action figures.
Blame her, right?
So, well, that's how it started.
Like a reverse card.
Her husband gifted me a wrestling figure, and that's really what kind of started it all. And then you just kind of evolved from there. Wow. But ever since then, though, I mean, she's always been the type where, I mean, like I've had very stressful jobs where I'm working 70, 75 plus hours a week, and she's seen me like work 2 a.m, 3 a.m, and literally from morning to night, like, and well, almost 24 hours. And she was like, "Listen, like this is taking you out of that stress zone." She's supporting of it, and she's always been supporting of it. I mean, even YouTube now, like ever since I started YouTube last year, it's been taking time away from her, and she hates it. She hates YouTube. I'll be upfront about that. But she's like, "Listen, you're having fun, you're meeting new people, and she wants to support it." Like, I mean, there's a lot worse things I could do than collecting toys, right? So that's how I look at it.
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes, we can hear you just fine.
Maybe I need to have your wife talk to my wife, because my wife ain't like that. Let me tell you. I can write a book.
I will. I could actually.
You didn't even know I had this room. until 3 years ago.
How did you hide the room from her?
I just put a bunch of boxes in the way. That's all I did. And I'm an entire basement. And the problem with her is she doesn't understand me.
Martin has a question. Does she have a sister?
She has 2 sisters actually, and her older sister is like a sugar mama. She's breaking bank. She's making like more than
And they're
200.
single?
Can you send me her number?
The older one just went through a divorce, so yes, she is.
Okay. I think Robert tells me to divorce her all the time. She might hear me. She might be coming down. Okay, I need to get rid of this stinking treadmill down here, man. Yeah. I need to get rid of this stupid treadmill. I'm gonna make it break.
The stuff that my wife lets me get away with. I do photography as well. Not action figure photography. I take pictures of women, model photography, and I take pictures of women in my own house, in my own bed. Half of them are half naked or like it's boudoir photography. My wife is cool with that.
Huh.
She doesn't second guess me ever, but she knows I'm loyal, so she's not.
Just took a turn.
Wait a second, I was not really paying attention. Can we rewind that? What you're talking about?
Obby, you are the king, man.
Did you say midwife? Yeah.
Huh? What?
Oh,
I don't know. I have ADHD pretty bad. So.
I mean, one of my models is actually one of my co-hosts now. I figured.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, my wife made the mistake at one point of going, you need another hobby. And here we are.
Every hobby I get, I just get yelled and complain.
Max, what's up, man? He's also another co-host.
Yeah.
Nice.
So for those of you who aren't subscribed to Figure Fight Club, I put the link for the YouTube channel in the chat. Go click it and subscribe. Like you said, I've been on it. It's a great channel. They do a lot of fun streams.
Yeah.
And once he hit, what's the number? 2,500.
2,500. Yeah.
He's gonna do another giveaway. So.
And Robert's gonna tell me.
Well, actually,
half the time I'm not paying attention, but I do watch him all the time. I can tell you what 29 figures he got. It's called Steel Brigade, right? Or I'm naked. I remember one of his first streams was calling. He didn't have many volunteers. They were telling me to go in. I'm like, dude, I have nothing on. I can't just go on right now.
So he messaged me, Rob, go on.
Yeah, I did. I messaged him to go on. He went on. But it's always at the worst times when people want me to go on. It happened years ago with 1-6. I'm just like, man, I'm just not. Or my wife's in the same room. That's the problem I have. So,
got you. No, I mean, again, Tuesdays is open mic night. I put the link in the chat and allow people to jump in. Normally, I pay for like the mid tier or whatever of StreamYard, so I could see 15 people backstage, and I could only have 10 people on screen. But it gets chaotic a little bit, which the only thing I don't like. But I've been trying to think of ways of controlling that one. But then the Friday night is I call that like the main show where we actually do a sit down interview style, which is a lot more. I would say it's a lot more planned. Like open mic night, I don't plan shit. I just kind of go and have fun. Like I have notes for my Friday shows where I know what to touch and things like that. And then just kind of have fun, right? I mean, it's all about collecting, geeking out, so having fun. That's all it's about.
The open mic night. How many people do you generally have backstage when you have the 10? It's a 10 in
10 on screen. It really depends on the night because there'll be days where because there's sometimes I'll invite people too. Like, hey, can you come jump on? And we've had Shartimus show up a few times. We've had Amazing show up. So it's been fun to see them on, especially like when people don't expect it. It's even more fun. But I do have to. More recently, I've realized I have to start recycling people out and asking for volunteers to, hey, can you guys go to the backstage so I can bring new people on?
Well, maybe like I was thinking, because I've been stuck backstage before.
Yes.
Maybe do like a 30-minute timer where you refresh it, right?
30 minutes. I was actually thinking like 10 minutes.
Well, I mean, everybody's
Yeah.
talking. Nobody,
Yeah.
there's 10 people there, right? So
Yeah.
not everybody
Well-
gets an opportunity.
Yeah. So I mean, I've been rethinking about the whole thing, to be honest, and I have 4 co-hosts, or I guess me and 3 other co-hosts who are now on Tuesdays. So that's 4 spots already taken up.
Yeah.
What I
Uh,
would do, do a death match elimination round, and one guy shows a figure, another guy shows a figure, and if the one that sucks, he's out. Just eliminate them. Don't
That's
waste your
so
time.
funny. That's so
Yeah,
funny.
I would do that.
I mean, it just really
So
depends.
Mad Max rules.
Yeah,
Thank you,
man.
Al. Thank you, Al, for the channel memberships. Appreciate it as always. We got 5 new members.
There you
Thank
go.
you very much.
No problem.
You don't want to read them out?
Well, I can't see him on my StreamYard. I
All
have
right,
to.
I'll tell you who got it. I'll tell you. It's Talib
Thank you.
1980 Collects. He's also one of my co-hosts.
Yeah, he's there. Yeah.
Congrats. Wall of Nerd, Dark Stargazer, Wanna Burn, and Figure Fight Club.
Figure Fight Club. What?
I'm a member now.
The rigging continues.
The rigging continues, right? although I don't get channel membership to my own channel, unlike somebody who will remain nameless. Somebody
You
with
mean-
big pants.
Oh, I was there.
You mean-
I was there for that one.
But if you're a new channel member, just a reminder that in July we're doing the channel member special Christmas in July stream, and we'll be doing a lot of giveaways there. So make sure, if you are a channel member, continue your channel membership and make sure you tune into that stream, because there'll be stuff that is only available during the stream, which means if you're not watching, you're not getting. And there'll also be stuff that, just as a channel member you can get. So always appreciative. Thank you very much, everybody, for supporting the channel. I do appreciate it.
And make sure to smash that like button, because again, and also memberships help a lot. So
Yeah.
it helps us.
They help pay for the stream. So,
and they help with giveaways too.
yeah, they do. They do.
Yeah.
So this is a tough question though. The collector, what is your cutoff? Is there such a thing?
No, not really. I'm talking about working hard. I work really hard. So basically, I'll work extra job. I'm a teacher, so I don't know. People say, "How do you afford this?" Well, I'm a teacher, but I know how to hustle. I don't do eBay, but as long as my feet are moving, I'll find a way to make a buck. So, but I do work hard. I work forever, and I've always worked since I was 8. So, if you have boys that are 9 and 8, they need to be working, and then you got to put them to work and make them pay. And my dad was in a family of 14, and he taught me well. So they loaded a truck at 2 a.m. in the morning, didn't have a curfew, but their dad would make sure they were outside at 2 a.m. and work hard. So like my son, I'm going to take him to Joe Fest. I'm going to make him bring his money and make him pay, because he's at the age where he needs to spend that money. Because I spend tons on my kids, as you can see.
Mm-hmm.
This is all my sons. And that's what you tell your wives. That's in chapter 9 of my book that's available. What line do I collect? So, of course, the one I spend the most money is on Hot Toys, and it is the most expensive.
Are you sure about that?
I don't know. I don't break it down, because the most thing I spend is on books. And I was showing
That
Ian.
you don't read.
And I don't read. I collect.
I'm not lying. He reads these books. He buys them.
I spend about $100 a week or more on books a week.
And you don't read them at all?
I do read them sometimes.
Sometimes.
But I don't have any time because I always have to work. So again,
audiobook,
Hot Toys, and just like there's a place in Australia, you can get something like this for $140.
Holy crap!
Yeah, so $140 if you're smart. These things are marked way up, guys. You just got to be smart about it. So Hot Toys has mastered the art of marketing, FOMO, and they're tricking you. Like these limited edition things, I'm pretty sure since Hot Toys has slowed down, they're probably not even selling more than 3,000 of certain figures. So they're playing it smart, and they're working to get your money, right? So Star Wars, Clone Wars, you guys can't see. You can see this stuff, but I got more figures in front of me. But I'm all in on Star Wars, Clone Wars, the Gamer series, episodes 1, 2, and 3, and then the OG, Valaverse 2. I've been collecting Valaverse for a long time. So this is, I think, number 9. I don't have 29 Steel Brigades. I have about 6 or 7. I have not gotten a gold mask yet or helmet yet. I got about 40 of them unopened, but they're a good line to collect. And especially right now, this is $29. So for $29, you get this blowback, and each of my blowbacks have a different sculpt on it. I want to put a parachute on one. So, I mean, it's a line I would collect and definitely just dabble into it. And then I think Bobby's a good guy. And hopefully we're going to make it. I think because we got a trade, right? So I sent him something. So hopefully make a good trade. Hopefully for a pink Vanguard, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we'll see. But Hot Toys, Valaverse, Action Force, G.I. Joe. I have every G.I. Joe but a couple. Great Iron Studios. I'm a big supporter of Great Iron Studios, but I have to kind of scale back a little bit on them. I do make my son pay for some Great Iron Studios because he likes 3D printing and he wants to be an engineer. So it's kind of a good American made out of Phoenix, Arizona. If you like to support American made products, I would suggest them. I don't know many others, all American made. What else? Mezco. I collect Mezco.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Breaking news! Breaking news! We have a bunch of channel memberships. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you so much, guys. So I'll read them off this time. Thank you so much. So we got the Shredder got a channel membership. Terrence Shepard, the Figure Report, Penguisane, I guess. I don't know. Penguisane. And Oni-chan that got a channel membership. And from Figure Fight Club, we got Harry O, Austin Collins, Sandoval 82, Robert Coca, Euchre, Blinky Stanicky, Rogue Killer, Matthew R, Big Rib, JM. The curse is real. I did not get a channel membership myself. The curse is real.
I don't think you get a channel membership to your own channel.
You do. Laser Pants gets it.
But Laser Pants was logged in as Laser Pants on 3POA.
Yeah, it was his burner account.
Way, thank you guys. Appreciate it.
I think you need to create another account and you can get one.
I
Exactly.
do. I do.
But I collect everything.
You do collect everything.
Like Jada toys. I just got a Target exclusive for free. So not from Target though. Which is interesting.
So they only cancel stuff. They don't give.
Yeah,
yeah. So. All right. Enough of you. Let's get to Jason. Jason, what is your main line and what is the limit on it?
I collect a little bit of everything. I mostly, I don't know. I collect a little bit of what I like. It's got to be stuff I like, and I try and skip away from the FOMO stuff. I am lucky, not Obby lucky, but lucky that my wife is really actually pretty cool about all this stuff. Once it gets to a certain amount, she's definitely pointing that out. But I mean, she just brought these in for me. So,
there you go.
My wife would burn my stuff if I disappeared tomorrow. She'd burn it.
Oh, don't get me wrong. This stuff would all be gone tomorrow, but she would take the time to sell it. So got that.
No, my wife wouldn't sell it. She'd just burn it.
She'd just melt it down and call it a day.
Oh, man.
Like Andre Risen's house, just up in flame. But I like MAFEX. I love Mezco. Ryan got me super into Mezco. Dark got me into Amazing Yamaguchi, quality control and all. So I like a little bit of everything. I tried to avoid getting back into Dragon Ball, and that's failing now too. But and I've got one hot toy coming at the end of the year. So I know I'm going to start dipping my feet more into
let's
that.
let's rephrase that correctly. You have your first hot toy.
First, yes.
Which one did you get?
I am getting the deluxe battle damage Darth Vader for the end of the year.
Oh, very cool. Okay.
Yeah, I couldn't.
Jason, you need to
Darth
go.
Vader.
I forgot about this line, Jason. You needed to get this into this line.
I have
Give yourself a couple
some.
drinks.
I have some. Not nowhere near what you got for that, sure, certainly. But yeah, that's just kind of always been my thing. You know, I think a little bit like Obby there. I've collected a couple times over, so I learned my lesson from the first time where I just bought whatever I could find, whether I liked it or not, to wanting to really make sure that what I have is what I dig. And like Ryan, I hustle a bit on the side. I work Obby
Well,
style.
did you enter that wet T-shirt contest I told you about?
You promised you wouldn't tell anybody. I have to
It's on Thursday nights, dude.
Yeah, I think they would pay me money to stay home.
Oh, okay.
I'll tell you something short, man. Come on.
But
Hey,
yeah,
and then Jason, this line too. This line's gonna blow up.
Savage is awesome.
oh, there's some really good stuff in there too. Yeah, I've been eyeballing that. But they got a lot of the lizard line, right?
Yep. I mean,
Yeah.
that's just the first wave, to be honest. Humans
Yeah.
are being introduced in the second one.
So yeah, so I collect what I like, but I work a ton of hours, so I'm in the IT world, so 70 plus hours a week are standard, which means I can sit here and hustle on the side. So I'll do survey stuff and other things like that just to get a little cash in and sell stuff on eBay and like that. But
OnlyFans.
what's up?
You do Fee Finder? OnlyFans?
No one wants to see my big ugly feet.
You'd be shocked.
You know,
I've muted him.
It's not OnlyFans, it's only figs.
OnlyFans. Yeah.
Only figs. I just show up.
Someone has to do that. You got it?
Oh,
dude.
nice.
That's awesome.
Only
Wait.
figs.
Wait, did you make that?
No, my buddy did. So IshCon, we had this at IshCon 2, I think. The shirt. If I zoom in closer, you'll see his little logo. Oh, you'll see his little IshCon logo in there too, or Toys R Ish. That was his old logo. That one we're not allowed to use anymore. So, well, I guess you can see it probably better over here. That's the old Toys R Ish logo.
Nice.
But we can't use that one anymore. But yeah, we had this design for IshCon 2, I think, and we were trying to sell that out. I think we may bring it back for next year because IshCon 4 was a big hit. So we may have fun with that one.
All right, so let's do a quick recap. Companies are pricing themselves out. Some companies are still doing very well, whether it's Storm with their new Street Fighter Arena, Jada Toys, pretty much everything they release, Inot with their new 112 scale stuff, very affordable, LPZZ doing very, very well. Again, licensed stuff.
Oh, licensed.
We're not talking about third parties. We're talking about licensed stuff. So hopefully this catches on. Sometimes things get a little bit out of control and you need somebody to push back, and hopefully this is it, with these companies putting out really good quality stuff at a fraction of the cost. Now, I started, my name is Kaiju Daddy. I have my Godzilla stuff. I don't know if you guys can see it. But SH Monster Arts puts out the Godzilla stuff, or has been putting out the Godzilla stuff for years and years and years. And now recently Haya Toys is doing it. And the Haya Toys is putting it out at a fraction of the cost. It's licensed. It's at a fraction of the cost. It's not as articulated as the Monster Arts, but you don't also get these massive gaps when you do articulate this stuff. I don't have anything around me right now. I would show you. But great stuff. Haya Toys putting out the same stuff, better sculpting, feels sturdier. It's not going to fall apart on you like the Monster Art stuff, and it's like a third of the price or a quarter of the price in most cases. So some of these companies need to push back, and hopefully we are seeing that, or at least the beginning of that, moving forward. So let's cut that segment down. We're finished with that, and let's get to the meat and potatoes of today, which is
Wait. Al hasn't gone yet.
what?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Al,
sorry.
you didn't
go.
go? Oh my
No.
God! I'm sorry, Al. I'm sorry.
It's all good.
Go, Al. Go. What is your main line and what is your cutoff? I'm
And
sorry.
then tell us about your fee.
Just like everyone here, I collect a lot of stuff too. 1/6, 1/12. I actually just started getting back into 1/12. Was it late 2023 after being out of the game for about 15 years or so. But I'll just use Figuarts for an example, because they just recently announced a couple of Dragon Ball figures, which I'm a big fan of Dragon Ball. They just announced a couple of new Namek Saga figures, and there was a couple of controversial ones. There's a new Krillin coming out, and he is priced at $85.
It's a little high.
Which is crazy because they just reissued the Cell Saga Krillin last year, and he was $55. And it's a crazy price jump. And also the Elder Namek Guru, he is basically a statue.
Yeah.
He's like $300. That stuff, I'm out. I can't do an $85, $90 Krillin when there is just as good of a Krillin for almost 30-40% less. And $300 for a statue, no way.
They put that Krillin as an exclusive, and he comes with one blast effect.
Yeah, he's considered a P Bandai exclusive, but even then, it's just when you start thinking about stuff, I can get a Krillin for almost half the cost. Unless you're a real big completionist, that's still $85 is crazy.
Crazy.
But yeah, just like Hustle said, a $300 Guru statue. I'm sure if you really wanted a Guru in your collection, you can probably find a 3D printed one off Etsy for like half the price.
So what's your cutoff in terms of figures?
I don't know. I can't really put a number to it, but it's all in relative to when you look at past releases, or just like using that Krillin as an example. $85, that's definitely a no from me when you can get one just as good for about $55. But same like with Hot Toys. You start, like I know Ian was mentioning, you have some figures that are costing over $300, like for the Enoch, when there's Clone Troopers that come with way more and arguably more, a more hotter item for, $50, $40 less. Pricing is just crazy. So I can't say there's an exact price that is a hard no. You just have to kind of look at everything else in comparison and kind of just make that, that, I guess, that educated decision on if this is going to be a yes or no.
Okay. The man of wisdom at the end. Thank you, Al.
I always try and do a little bit of that. If you can, hold off a little bit, and if you just can't stop thinking about it, that's the one.
Well, we're all that. I mean, we're all compulsive collectors.
Right.
What we want, we want. We can't stop thinking about it.
It's an addiction.
Yeah, that definitely falls under the do as I say, not as I do.
Yeah, because I mean, if I live by that rule, I'm buying everything, every single thing.
But I've had a few things where after I thought about it for a while, I was excited for that Krillin to start with till I saw the price on it.
Right. Yeah. Crazy.
For me, I need to see an in hand. If I see an in hand and it looks good, I'll get it.
Yeah.
If I don't like it, then I'll pass.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Like 78 points got that Extreme Toys Arkham Joker. And I was on, highly posable with them the other day, and he was showing it off. And I asked him, like, give me a quick review of this thing, because I just got invoiced for it. And it's like $100. And he said the body was kind of whack, and, the clothing was okay. The heads didn't fit on right. there was just a lot going on with the figure that for $100, like I'm not spending that on a figure if it's got a lot of issues.
Yeah.
So that was something that I was like, should I get it? Should I get it? Should I get it? I didn't want to take another one for the team. You know what I mean? I didn't want to do that again. So luckily he had it, and I saw. Okay.
I still
Bad
have to
memories.
wait for mine to show up to get disappointed about that one.
Yeah. So anyway, let's get into it. We'll let Al go first because I left him hanging. I'm sorry for that. Al,
No, that's all good.
Why don't you go first?
Okay, let's see. What was my number 6? 1 second. Oh, so yeah, again, this month was a little bit more slower for me, and I was able to, get a couple of, Marvel Legends and stuff like that because there was a lot of releases. The 1/6 stuff was really slow for me. I don't think I got 1/6 figure this month. But anyway, starting off with number 6 is from that mini comic line is Adam Warlock, which if you guys are comic readers, he was a big character in the whole Infinity Saga, which famously spawned stuff like the MCU Infinity War and Endgame movies, although he wasn't in it until the Guardians 3 movie. But also, with Hasbro announcing the Marvel vs. Capcom, that game, the original Marvel Superheroes game was based on the Infinity Saga storyline. But yeah, I think he's a pretty cool character figure. The one really nice accessory that it comes with is an Infinity Gauntlet that you can put on almost any other Legends figure. I have him on Deadpool.
Oh, nice.
That's cool.
That's
Yeah,
cool,
so this I think was probably one of the bigger selling points of this the Adam Warlock figure. But yeah, I think it was pretty cool. So
Does that gun come with Deadpool?
No, this is actually a Valaverse gun.
Yeah, that's a Valaverse.
Yeah. So he comes with other guns, but the Valaverse guns are definitely a lot cooler. But yeah, so that is my number 6.
Okay, cool. Let's have Jason go next.
Oh no.
Let me hold on a second.
I think my stuff's up.
Yep. I just got to remove that. I thought I could just add it on, but
All right. I waited like a year for this thing, so I'm putting it up here. I missed them the first time around, so I was kind of happy to get the reissues on these. As far as I know, there's not too much except for the extra pieces they sold with them that is different from the originals. But man, I had a good time with them. The lightning really makes it, and is also really a grade A pain in the ass to put in there. You can kind of see on Reverse Flash's leg there, some of them just the pins don't go all the way in like you'd hope, regardless of how much you heat them. And the other issue I had was, and this is my second Reverse Flash, so I opened another one. They both have an interesting, I'll say, paint job on the head. It's
can you show it off? Do you have it?
I do. Let me see if I can pick this up without everything falling off.
So I have never owned a Rebel Tech. How is the articulation and body on them?
Articulation is spectacular. You can do whatever you like with them. They can move in ways that most of the other figures can't, but that's supposed to be shading. That is just a big gray blob on his forehead.
Yeah.
This one is actually better than the last one by a mile. So, but Flash,
Oh,
Flash used to be awesome. Shit. But they're fun. So yeah, I mean they're that's what they're for. I mean most of them look pretty good. Some of them look a little hinkier than others. A lot of people hate the elbow joints because of the balls, but that's why they're so posable. I will say this: the cool piece, Reverse Flash comes with his wand. Definitely not worth the extra price to it, but the Flash one came with his wind effect. It does have a seam down the center here, but that's because the way it fits is you
Pop it apart.
split it, and the wrist peg goes into that one,
That's
Okay.
cool.
which works well, except that it's a little bit heavy. So I would say if you're going to do it, don't leave that thing on because slowly but surely his arms sinking down.
Got you.
But that's my number 6.
Cool.
We'll
All
go
right.
put the flashback together now.
All right, we'll go next with Obby. So let me pull yours up.
So I chose. I didn't know there was supposed to be an order, but this would.
No, there's no order. There's no order.
There's no order. Okay. Well, this is. I bought like 20 to 25 of these in May, and that's mostly because I sold my Cobra shelf, all the Cobra GI Joe figures, and I'm doing mostly Valaverse now in the crimson colors, just because I'm building an entire Shadowloo army for M Bison. I'll eventually show that off when it's done. But I have a cool, fun little MyVerse story for it. But I love this figure a lot because, if you guys haven't played with a Valaverse figure, which I'm sure most of you have, they come with a lot of parts, a lot of hands, a lot of accessories. You get multiple heads, and then the kit bashing. I'm not a painter, but I kit bash like there's no tomorrow. So the options to kit bash I love a lot. So I have like a little samurai version over here, essentially the same body, just different head, and some of the accessories are different. But yeah, this is why I picked it, and I'm looking forward to buying another 20 to build that army. So
how's the articulation on those?
Oh, I love them. I mean, it's a little tight when you first take it out of the package, but great articulation. You can't they have the butterfly joint, but it's not like you can go all the way back. It stops right there.
Yeah.
But again, it's a solid figure. It's not gummy. It doesn't feel like a Hasbro. It feels like a good figure in hand, and that's really one of the main reasons why I'm preferring Valaverse over Classified. Just because it feels like a real toy and like a good toy. It doesn't feel like something cheap that I've been seeing more and more lately from Classified.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
but articulation is awesome.
What's the number you're going to end with those?
I don't know yet. Honestly, I'm just trying to build this whole shelf over here. So I'm making my own little army. I just opened like about 20 plus figures Saturday night. So 20 plus figures over here, and then in that little corner back there, I have to buy a few more. And I'm going to DFW in Texas in June, so I'll be seeing Valaverse and Bobby there. So he's already told me, he's like, listen, whatever you want to buy. He cuts me off a lot at a lot of the cons. He restricts me from buying just because I was like, all right, you have a sheet of paper because I'm going to tell you what I need, and you start packing them up. So he, even at IshCon, he cut me off on, especially these guys. He was like, you have to tell me in advance before you start buying this, before the numbers you want, just because I'll just make a special box for you and bring it. I was like, okay. So I might do that for DFW.
Okay. So we have a question here from Doppelganger. Doppelganger would like to know where we can get that OnlyFig shirt.
That was a con shirt. I was gonna actually make another one and put it in part of my merch store, so it'll be up there soon enough because I need to work. I've been very lazy about it, but maybe I'll get the model who's my co-host now to kind of model it out too when we put it up. So it'll be fun. We'll make it a fun little event for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Next up is the collector. Are you there? Are you awake? What are you doing?
It's probably his mic again.
Can't hear you
Mike
again.
again?
No,
Yeah.
I guess it hasn't talked. Oh,
He's
you
still-
are you muted? I didn't mute you.
No.
Talk.
I don't hear him.
I don't hear him. Come on, man. Come on, you're leaving us here. Come on. Talk. What are you doing?
What's wrong with his mic?
Yeah, you're gonna have to leave. Leave and come back. We'll get back to you. Get it to
Hear me.
the computer with
Oh, I'm
Oh.
back.
Oh, there you are.
You back?
I just got a new computer, so I'm just messing around with buttons.
All right.
No, you're gone again.
Sit closer to your computer.
Man, you don't want to see my nose hairs. do you? Okay, I'll be close.
All right.
Okay, 6 figures and it's maybe a tad more. So again,
What?
there's a lot of things I forgot I got. So Retro Viper number 6. I need a lot more of these. Way better than the previous releases. So grab these while you can.
Wait.
Again.
Wait, do you have it?
Huh?
Do you have it?
Yes, I have all these.
Show us.
Man.
Where's the figure?
Gee, you're gonna make me get up, go underneath the little TV table I got out here.
All right.
Okay.
Keep going.
Okay. I got blowback, deluxe sniper again. I think these are best buy. Guys, it's $29 on Valverse. Do not buy any of these action forces on other sites. They're way cheaper on his site. Again, I think it's like $8 shipping, but it is so much cheaper.
It's
a
on
joke.
clearance right now. Actually, it's on the clearance sale right now.
Yeah.
About $8.
And yeah, and he's got things like $9 where you go on other sites, it'll be on discount. It's still way more. So definitely check out his site. Jump on those deals. He just had a 20%, 30% off deal, 15%. You got to jump on those deals, mystery boxes. I know Dark knows about it, so definitely take advantage of his sales. And he repeats them almost every year, it seems like. So again, like others said, Action Force is a pretty damn good buy. So I don't want to hear about this. They need to, upcharge everybody for everything. So he's got a good company, support him. And then the next one, I jumped on this.
Wait. Here's number 5. We're not at number 5. Get out of here.
I'm sorry, but
We're done.
What? You gotta be kidding me.
No, get out of here. Next up is Ian.
What? Man, I had some good ones.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah. Okay, so yeah, from me, I'm going with the Eren Yeager from the Attack on Titan. So yeah, I have kind of mixed feelings with the Amazing Yamaguchi's Revoltex, but recently lots of hits. This one's just such a fun figure. Like he's just a really cool looking dude. It's kind of some really great detailing. I can't get that on there. Or maybe go back. But yeah, he's a good one. The thing I like about this one, it's just the body. Like it reminds me of the Spider-Man, the 2.0. So the articulation is really good on it. I know you commented on the ball joints on the shoulders, but like once you cover it with the actual shoulder blades, like the actual shoulder piece at the top there, like it kind of blends in. Yeah. So it just adds that. When you pull it away, it's kind of, you can see it's separated. But then once you push it back in, and it just gives like a really great range of motion. I got the extra head sculpt, which is really cool. It's just a really fun figure to play with. I think partly as well because I've started watching Attack on Titan. Like I love it, man. Like I'm just going crazy with anime stuff, but like this show is like on another level. I got all into the My Hero Academia because my kids liked it, but Shingeki is just so freaking good, man. And I've just binged 4 seasons over like a week. I don't want to go to sleep. I just want to watch this show. Great story, great characters, and yeah, I'm all in now on that line of Revoltech Titans.
Yes.
Yeah. I've been seeing this in the store. I keep passing on it, and Ian purchasing it kind of convinced me, so I'm going to pick this up myself.
One thing to be careful of, though, one thing that you'll hate that a lot of people are saying in the reviews is this freaking head. Like their design for this face is just so crappy. So it's like this head the face just pops out all the time, and you push that on, it's so loose. And maybe with the reissue, they're gonna fix that.
Doubt it.
Yeah. Of course.
It's fine, but like when you're posing it, the amount of times that face just pops up, and it's like, man, who designed this? It's just this tiny little groove that it just pops into. So yeah, I can see that annoying a lot of people.
So it plugs in from the face.
It plugs in from the face, so it's like there's a really tiny. I can't really see the detail on this camera, I think, but there's like this really tiny little detail thing here. It's like a little groove that sticks out here,
Okay, I see
and
that.
like a little hole there, and it just
Yeah.
goes in. But I don't know why they didn't make it deeper.
Ian,
And
is
because
it
the
the
hair
same?
is made
Is
up of
it the
3
same?
pieces, it
Is
kind
it
of
the same
pushes.
on the other head?
It's the same on the other head, yeah, exactly the same. It's not. There's not another head. There's another faceplate. So it's
Yeah,
just
yeah, yeah.
you change
But
the
it's the
faceplate
same.
and the hair, so there's another hair piece, but they're all exactly the same. Yeah,
Okay.
it's just a design, kind of a design issue, I think, that
Yeah.
they'll probably fix.
All right. So I didn't make any slides because I was lazy and I was stupid. And I forgot. After I told Obby, make some slides. I didn't even make slides. So let me turn the light on.
Oh,
So-
you made your list, huh?
He made your list, damn.
Listen, it's not my
So-
top 6. I only got 6 figures.
Oh, okay.
So I only
okay.
got 6. So this is the he's called the Dark Knight, but he's the Grim Knight. He's a solid figure, but the articulation is garbage. And he comes with a ton. He looks great. He looks awesome, but he just doesn't move as an action figure. But he's a really nice piece. I don't put those guns on the back because it weighs him down, it weighs him back. It's too heavy, and he doesn't come with a stand to keep him upright. So I could use one of my MAFEX stands, but I haven't. But anyway, this guy is he's my number 6. So he was a very disappointing figure, but just putting him on the shelf like a McFarlane, he's pretty good.
How's the articulation on it?
Awful.
Awful. Oh.
Awful. So like that's the leg going forward.
Wow. Okay. don't even worry about doing the rest.
Yeah. like the arms are fine. The arms are fine going out. He's double. I guess he's double, but he's double jointed at the elbow, but the sculpt on these prevents it from going further.
Okay.
There's no crunch on the abs. There's no backwards lateral movement. That's the extent of like the legs going out. So he gets no movement on the head going up and down. I mean,
I'm having flashbacks.
He's ready to fight. So
I'm having flashbacks of that 5K Sub-Zero right now.
Oh, gosh.
All right, so let me turn this light off because I'll probably get a sunburn with my white skin. And next up is Al.
Okay, so
Get
now
off
we're
of
moving
number
on.
6, Al.
All right, on to number 5, and I do apologize. The pictures I'm using, the slides, I love seeing everyone's figure photography on Instagram. I've kind of gotten into that community, so I wanted to showcase some photographers, and I did link their Instagrams in the chat as well for other people to check out. So now moving on to number 5 is the Marvel Legends Rom, who is also from the same mini comic wave as Adam Warlock. Now, I don't really know much about the Rom character. I know Jason was familiar with him.
Yeah.
But, once I started hearing so many great things about this figure, I was like, hey, screw it, might as well, pick it up. Started watching some YouTube videos about him, and I know there was like some licensing agreement with Marvel, and I think it was it Hasbro back in the day as well,
Yeah.
Jason?
Pretty
Hasbro,
sure
okay.
it was Hasbro. But it was
Yeah.
a 12-inch.
Yeah, 12, the original figure. But man, this figure, wow. I mean, for it being a standard Marvel Legends figure, this thing has an all-new body, all-new sculpt, all-new. I don't think there's any reuse on this figure.
No.
The articulation, and he's kind of a little bit taller. He's about, I want to say 7 inches or so.
Okay.
But the articulation on this guy is insane. And for it being that KJ, yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah. Like I said, this was a slow month, so most of the stuff I got was Hasbro this month. Sadly, I guess. But yeah, I mean, and also like the silver paint on it, it doesn't look like that normal, swirly Hasbro paint. So yeah, I mean, this is a pretty solid figure, and I know a lot of sites were selling out of it pretty quickly initially, but he's kind of easier to get now. But yeah, this is my number 5, and I'll link the photographer that took the picture on my slide. It was by the Fwoosh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the Fwoosh account
He
posted
does
out.
really well too for a blocky character. Because
yeah.
When I first saw him, I bought him for nostalgia's sake, but I didn't expect him to move a whole lot. But that was a nice surprise.
Yeah, it's a great.
I do wish it had some of the electronics the original did. It had light up eyes and light up guns and stuff, but minor complaint.
All right. Next up.
All right. I also went, Mezco again. Mezco and Batman. That seems to be my running theme. So I went back and got Mr. Freeze. I've been wanting a good Mr. Freeze for a while, and this one's really sharp. It's got some light up features. It's got a bunch of different heads and hands and the usual stuff. It's really kind of cool too. Oh, just found another part of the Flash. I'll get them all by the end. It's just a really cool figure. It fits well. It's got some cool light up effects. I can show. I'll try not to drop this one. But he's got a little bit of light up. The backlights.
Cool. That's nice.
The gun is as good as any flashlight I've ever owned. So you can see the freeze gun. It's got some frost effects on it that look pretty cool. Lights up. Here, let me see if I can. Lights up inside the helmet. Not great, but well enough. I can get this piece out. So you can see he lights up in there.
Nice.
But good solid figure. I've been looking for this one for a while. I like the blast effects that fit onto some of the other figures. So you can have him freezing up at.
Oh, sorry. My bad. Sorry.
Whoa. What just
I was trying to minimize you. I'm sorry. My bad.
No worries. So that's my number 5.
I won't do that to you, Obby. Don't worry.
It's fine. No worries.
All right. So hold on. I gotta remove his. That's what I was trying to do, and I ended up removing him. All right.
It's a little bit hurt. A little bit hurt.
So my number 5 is Yujiro from Storm Collectibles. He's from the Baki series. I'm assuming. I think I don't really know the lore of this, to be honest with you, but I like collecting Storm Collectible stuff. So this is a fun figure. I got this at IshCon. I bought it from D Amazing. So I got it directly from him, and I don't have the pants on him right now.
Oh, you got Ryan's attention.
I know KJ's watching this closely too.
But he is in all his muscle glory right here. And it's a good figure. It's a good quality Some Collectibles figure, which is really really for the main reason why I got it. I have a Baki and I have one of the other guys as well. So I just figured one day when I get not lazy and do some action figure photography with this stuff. But it's a good figure. It's again one of those very solid looking or feeling figures. And he's got the squishy boobs too.
Okay.
Just like Hulk.
I was going to ask, how have you felt him up yet?
Yeah, he's got squishy boobs just like Hulk, but not as squishy because he's probably more toned. But
Do you have the Hulk? Or am I spoiling something?
I don't have a Hulk. No.
Okay. Now, have you gotten the Storm Arena can yet?
I do not have it in yet. I have it pre-ordered though.
Has it shipped?
Can't wait for that.
No, nothing has from Storm. I mean, not to me at least. But I'm a very patient person, so I don't mind waiting.
Mine just shipped. So.
Oh, yours is shipped. Okay.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's good to know.
You gotta live in Japan, man. You gotta get the early stuff.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, unfortunately. But yeah, no, that was my number 5.
Okay, cool. Next up is the Collector. We already had a peek.
Hey, so number 5, I had the Lieutenant Griffin, the Eraser, sold out in 3 minutes, and I had 6 alarms set. And that is my number 5, and I know he's hard to get. And then number 5, I had a tie, so I know
Oh,
there's no rules about ties. So this is my ATL 25, aka Roadblock.
Is that your smoke detector going off? What is that?
Dude,
Sounds like a little feedback.
it is feedback because you guys say my mic's not working. Let me change it real quick.
It's
Okay.
still.
No, here, nothing.
Do you know sign language? Yes, he does.
and that's his number 5.
No, turn your mic back on.
Is it on?
It's on.
Okay, so 4 Horsemen.
Come closer. Come closer.
4 Horsemen Roadblock ATL 25. Sweet figure. Definitely would grab him. He's still on the site, so if you want him, just go to 4horsemen.com or type in 4 Horsemen store, whatever it is, on Google, and you'll get there. So he's available. He's $50. So grab him while you can. That's my number
No figure
5.
in hand?
No, it's another room, man.
You know the rules here, man. Come on.
I've never heard of these rules. I don't know where these rules are coming from. I got figures
All right,
all
is
over
that
this
it?
place.
Is that it for 5?
That's number 5.
Okay. All right. Ian's up.
All right, guys. Is it all right if I do all mine? Just really whiz through them. 'Cause I've got to go.
Bounce. That's okay.
I've got to go. All right, I'll quickly go through them quickly. So number 5 is the Hera. Like out of the box, I don't think it's as bad as people said. That's like, that's my photo there. I haven't displayed it yet, so it's still back in the box. But I think it looks okay. It's definitely doesn't have that likeness from the prototypes. The face looks a little bit kind of slimmer, but it's not too bad. But I love the detailing on this one. Like the jacket, I don't know what it's made of. Someone said it's leather, but I don't know if it is real leather. But when you take it out of the box, it smells different than, you get that leathery smell. And it feels softer. It's a really nice material, and it's got like patches stitched on it, like in different places. So it's, it's got some good attention to detail.
Oh, I know.
The body must be different because the proportions on it are really good as well. She's got the hips and the booty.
She definitely has cake.
I don't know how this isn't your number 1, actually.
Well, this was one of my most anticipated for this year for Hot Toys for sure. So it's good that it turned out almost met expectations. So, yeah. Quick, I'll be quick. So number 4 is going to be Tony. This got high on my list just because it's so cheap and it comes with so much, man. Like it feels good quality. The articulation on this thing is insane for how big and chunky it is. Like it's got really cool effects like the spinning ball. It comes with the Frosties pack, the Frosted Flakes pack, which is it's like plastic. It's not a piece of cardboard. They've actually made a proper plastic Frosted cake box. So yeah, it's a really fun one to play around with.
Spoon too, right?
Say again?
It's got a spoon, so he's
got a spoon. Even the box. The cool thing is the box is, it's a Frosted Flakes. It's a Frosties box.
Yeah.
So you can actually display it next to the box that it comes in, and yeah, it's a really fun figure. 3 goes to the Figure Arts Peter B. Parker. I know a lot of people complained about how tall this is, and it is a big figure for some reason, but this is probably now my favorite 1/12 scale Spider-Man
ever.
Just because the detailing on this figure is nuts, man. Like the web lines and the paintwork on it and how the textures change between like the different parts, like the blue and the red. No other, I don't think anyone else has done that. Even the Sentinel, the Sentinel was probably my one before that. But this one just has so much detailing. It just feels super high quality, feels premium. And the fact that you just have like these interchangeable parts, so you can change him from like, proper classic Spider-Man to a Peter B.
Yeah.
Then you got the cloth goods. How they made that thing is I don't know, like it feels like a proper gown, and you get the extra bonus minifigure, which can go into the case with the legs that come off and pop back on, or you can just have it as a standalone figure. So I think as a total piece, it's it's incredible for what you get, for what you pay for. So yeah, it's high on my list. Number 2 goes to Gungo from the Romanki Cow Gungo. I've been waiting for this for so long, and this figure is so good. Like, I reckon this is.
Wait a minute. Say that again. Same way.
And the funny thing is, the reason why I like it doesn't come with one. You get 2. You get 2
Yeah.
figures.
That's the deluxe one. Yeah, some of us are still waiting.
Yeah, well, it's nuts. Like, why? Like, what? You get 2. You get they put the head on. You can change the necks out so it's not a cybernetic neck.
That's
You
awesome.
get these like every single. Oh shit!
Oh,
That doesn't
You
usually
pulled
happen. Trust me.
pulled a flash.
On these fingers, it's got like 3 joints. Every single part of that finger can articulate on every
Holy
single
crap.
figure on there, a finger on there. So it's got like a joint there, joint there, joint there, and you can articulate, and it twists in 2 places. You get this massive rifle. You get this huge rifle that can this massive cannon that can.
Does she hold it?
She can hold it. Yeah, she holds
Yeah.
it. Holds it really well. It comes with the stand. The good thing about it is just the fact that like it's so it's not loose at all. So everything can hold like heavy items. You can put it in different poses. It comes with a really nice base, a really nice stand. Comes with 3 extra guns. You get the different hair pieces. So everything about it is just quality. So yeah, I think this is definitely a contender for my number 1, 1/12 of the year for sure.
All
That's
right.
awesome.
Okay, finally, I'm gonna pull a Ryan. I couldn't choose number 1, so I went with the Hot Toys. I'm a massive Spider-Verse guy, as you know, and I was looking forward to these more than anything, and they delivered. They're better than I expected. The Spider-Punk, just everything about that figure is insane. Like the materials that they used on the pants, just how the cloth goods are kind of cut and how they fit onto the body, the jacket, like there's so much detailing on these 2 figures. I don't think Hot Toys have made anything that's that well done, in my opinion. And even Miles just looks great. I've got him up on his you get this kind of pole that sticks out and you can stand him on it, and it's got these chains hanging down. So they're just really original looking Hot Toys. It's not anything that's reissued. Everything's new. Nothing's been reused, and you get a bunch of extra stuff. There's so many different options you get. Plus the stands. I don't usually use the stuff that come in the box, but the display pieces at the back, the diorama pieces, are really, really good.
Yeah.
They're cardboard. They're not plastic, which might be a bit of an issue, but they're just really cool designs. And each one is custom made to fit the figure, so it really does add to your displays. So yeah, they're my joint number 1 because I couldn't choose which was the best.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. So you got to bounce?
I gotta go and interview some dude. So
It was nice meeting you, Ian.
yeah,
All
nice
right,
meeting you
Ian.
too. And I'll try and jump on one of your Tuesday gigs if I can.
Yeah. Definitely. Always welcome.
All right, man. See you later.
All
All right,
guys.
Ian.
Catch you later.
Catch you later.
All right, now we can have fun.
Now that we're alone.
So next up, I have, let me just expand. I have the reissue of the MAFEX Deadpool. Let me turn the light on. Maybe it's a little bit better. Great figure. The joints are really good, really tight. I don't know what they were like on the first one because I didn't get the first one, but it comes with a ton of hands. He's got the different buckle, different heads. Just a really nice piece, very solid. Yeah, just a great piece. I know a lot of people have been getting theirs over the past week. It's a very nice figure. It's priced down around, I don't know, like $60. And we are doing the Deadpool waffle today. So after we finish, we'll be choosing the winner for the waffle. So somebody will be walking away with this guy today. Really awesome figure. Very, very happy with it. No complaints at all, other than, should have come with maybe some guns, that extra guns that he didn't come with. But, what can you do? So that was my number 5.
Nice.
So back to Sneaky.
All right.
Hit you up.
I promise, KJ, this is going to be my last shill. Until that Marvel versus Capcom wave, I'm going all in on that. I don't know about you guys, but I'm a sucker for the Capcom Marvel stuff. But my number 4, I got Bully McGuire.
Oh man, that's nice.
You know what? When this movie first came out, I know a lot of us, we had a lot of hate for this movie, but the memes just made it great. The Bully McGuire memes killed it, and so now we have this new found joy for Mr. Bully McGuire. But actually, the figure itself is actually one of their better ones. The body doesn't feel gummy. Joints are good. I believe they reused the Far From Home and just tweaked it up a little bit, like changed the emblem. And the face is actually surprisingly good too. And they did give it this symbiote kind of accessory. And what's cool is I've seen a lot of people using it on other figures, not just Marvel figures, but I've seen it on like anime figures, and it's a cool piece. These photos are by Lord Tano66, which again, I'll click on the chat if you want to check out his Instagram. But yeah, this is my number 4.
Hold on a second. I've been responding in the chat. Give me a second here, Al.
Oh, okay. No worries.
There you go.
Is it worth the price?
Yeah, I mean, I'd say so. I believe it was like $30 or so. So
30,
which is,
okay.
almost like a normal Hasbro price now. I wouldn't pay any more than that. I think Entertainment Earth had it for like almost $40, which I thought was kind of crazy. But I was able to get on Amazon for $29. But yeah,
Gotcha.
it's the face is like, again, when I first saw these the promo images, I didn't think the face looked that good, but in person, it's not bad.
This is a good example. This is a good example of Disney, aka Marvel, dictating to their license holders, this is what you're going to make. Because it's no coincidence that suddenly Hot Toys and Marvel Legends make the same figure, the same look at the same time.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
For a movie that's, 15, 20 years old at this point?
Yep.
So.
Yeah, I mean, it's I'm sure it's definitely something maybe with a Toby license as well too, since he had to get his rights for the No Way Home stuff.
Yeah. All right, next up is Jason. Jason, you good to go?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, wouldn't be a month if I didn't pick up yet another Batman figure. But as some know, I got a bit of a Batman problem. But I had been wanting to get a little more modern one, and granted, he's I think a year or two old. But I had actually bought one of the other Mezco ones, and turned out to be a bootleg. So that went back. But James, I think it was, turned me on to this, where it's sort of the Shadow Edition has a bit of everything. So it's got a bit of everything from all the other versions. It's the Shadow Edition, so he's black and silver, but the chest emblems are all magnetic and tradable. So you can get the big bulky back, you can get the silver and black, you can use the thin one that's down in the lower left. It's got a ton of heads. You get long ears, you get short ears, you get Old Man Bruce. Comes with the drape cape and a posable cape with, I think it's 4 wires in there. And it's still working off the magnetic neck, so you can swap the heads out, capes out pretty easily, which is a feature I always thought was pretty cool.
Do you have the figure in hand?
Yeah. I'm always prepared, mostly. But yeah, the light. Sorry, it's that time of day here, so the light's kind of crappy.
You could close the shades.
If I did, I'd be short a whole bunch of figures.
Yeah.
But you can see it's got magnetic chest piece, so just pick which one you like, throw it on there. Head comes off easily to change out capes, and moves really well. The detail on the, I don't know if you can see that here. Oh, there, I kaiju did. The detail's really pretty cool. It's got different pleather and material pieces in there.
Now, do you think some of that pleather will start flaking over time?
Probably. I hope not. He's already a couple of years old, but he was in the box the whole time. So he's faring well thus far. I will take care of him as best I can, but that's kind of always the worry. But,
you got to start using those oils,
right? Yeah, I keep meaning to do that for most of my figures, and I've got all that stuff ready, and I just never kind of get back to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my number 4.
All right. Next up is Obby. Ryan, are you paying attention?
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me? Yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure that you're paying attention because you're going to want to watch this.
Okay.
Okay.
So my number 3, or my number 3 was the pink Vanguard. I did pick up one.
3 of them, right?
Well, I was telling the whole story, right?
Okay,
so
sorry.
My first one was in Joe Lanta last year. I had dropped so much money. He was doing a spin the wheel thing originally. That way you could win or you could give a chance to purchase the pink Vanguard. Since I dropped so much money at his table, he was like, "Do you want to just buy one?" I was like, "Yeah, I'll buy one." But then I guess recently at IshCon in May, he had 4 with him. He had actually three brand new in box, and I ended up buying one of them. That was brand new in box. But then right at the end of the day, I was like, "Hey, do you have another pink Vanguard?" And he was like, "Only the display model." So that's what I'm going to show off, I guess. Here, I have the display model.
Oh,
it's right here. I was very impressed when I opened my first Vanguard the other day. When you turn the steering wheel, it turns the wheels, which is so phenomenal. I was so impressed by that.
Oh, look at
that! Amazing, amazing vehicle. Amazing vehicle, and the best part is that so I have 2 brand new in box. One is a giveaway. Once we hit 2,500 subscribers on YouTube, I'll be giving that away on the show. And all my pink Vanguards are signed by Bobby. This one is signed at the bottom.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Yeah, he signed this one at the bottom just because this is my opener one. The other 2, one I'm giving away. I don't know what the hell I'm going to do with the other one yet. But I'm trying to get a 4th at this point. So let's see if he allows me to buy one or not. He kind of said I was cut off from buying Vanguards. But yeah, so I have 3 pink Vanguards. I have 6 gray Vanguards, and I think I have 1 tan Vanguard. I think. I gotta go
look. Are they mostly on display?
I only have 1 gray and 1 pink open. Everything else is still brand new in box.
Yeah, but I mean, are they on display?
This one is going to go on display. I'm selling my Marvel Legends and McFarlane's next. So once that's like an entire shelf, 8-foot shelf up there. All that stuff you see up here.
Yeah.
Once I get rid of that, I'll put I have about, I think, 8 or 9 of the pink Steel Brigades open right now. And I have another like 12 to open. So it'll be a nice little display with the pink Vanguard.
What's on that shelf behind your head, like the top of your head? I see a lot of green.
So those are the tracers. Okay. This is my Swarm shelf from Valaverse. And I love that tracer figure. It's like if you have the Swarm tracer, it's pure butter. As soon as you open it up and take it out and like start posing it around, it's butter. It's one of the best figures they've made, in my opinion. and they're supposed to shine in the dark. I don't really see them shining that much, but they do look nice.
Yeah.
Well, disco lights will mess with that, you know.
Yeah, they look great on the shelf, and I have about, I think I from that sale they just had that the collector was talking about. I had bought 5 more to add to my
Yeah.
army. So I'm a big army builder, so I buy in bulk when I can. So I think I need another like 6, 7 more, and then I could get the other variants. I should be good.
What the hell? We need to do a crying Jordan for Ryan.
Yeah.
Well, it's fitting because he's up next. So he's got to follow that.
Crab, Louis, Meco. Skipped leg day. Must use Kiki fix. No, he's not a bad figure, guys. Not a bad figure. Lower bottom sucks.
Get rid of that background. Get rid of the
Jeez
background.
Louise, I'm just
Come on.
you're breaking my balls here. Okay, let's see. Shoot. Too complicated.
There you go.
Hey, Crab Louie, not a bad figure, guys. But the lower body's terrible. So right in this area, his crotch region, I guess, is a little loose. So I'm gonna have to strip him down and actually use this Kiki fix.
Mm-hmm.
Got to use that, make it a little bit better. So again, nice figure. Soft goods are pretty nice. Has a little magnetic thing built in where you can put a sailor cap on, which during last stream I tried to put him back by Infus Nest and it fell over, and his little hat's behind the books behind there. So one day next year maybe I'll take the books away and get to that. So but he's number 4. He would have been a lot higher. I was talking up this guy being the figure of the year, and then 20 minutes later I got my number 1, and then I opened up my number 1, so my number 1 smashed it. So it's down to number 4 because of QC issues.
Oh.
So number 4.
All right, so let's highlight me. I'm next. What do I want to do? I'll do this guy. I'll do this guy next.
Oh,
Droidica.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. I only opened him this morning just to kind of, get an idea. These things go in and out. As Ian said, he's very plasticky. There's no kind of premium feel to it at all. You hold it. If he falls over, you feel like the whole thing's going to shatter. But he's very cool. He's very articulated. You can do a lot with him. I'm not going to pose him in the ball. That's just silly. These all move. These move in and out, in and out. But a really cool piece, especially if you have clones, if you have, your Star Wars Hot Toy stuff, having this guy in it. I never got the Super Battle Droid. I ordered it. I don't know what happened. I can't find it in any of my orders anymore. So they probably invoiced me and I just didn't notice. But this is a great piece. I'm really happy. I ordered 2, but only ended up paying for 1. So it's really cool. Yeah. So this is my number 3, my number 4, something like that. My number 4.
4.
So, yeah, 4.
Yeah.
So did anybody else order this? I know Ryan probably has it ordered.
No, not me.
No?
nope.
Nobody? He's
Nope.
cool. It's a cool piece. Yeah. So that is my number 4. So now we'll go back to Al. Al.
All right. So number 3, the SH Figuarts Miles Morales reissue. Haven't opened it yet, but I just got it in last week, I believe. That photo I posted was by Michael Collector. He's a great photographer as well. But yeah, so basically, one of the biggest reasons I got back into 1/12 about a year and a half, 2 years ago now, is mainly for the animated stuff, because as good as it looks in 1/6, like Ian has all the Spider-Verse stuff, and they look great, but I wanted to be able to do crazy dynamic posing with these figures, especially since they're like animation. I missed out on the first release of this mouse, and I believe the first figure I got from this line was the 2099. But yeah, I'm glad that they're reissuing the older ones, so I can come back and get them and not pay the resale prices that they were going for at the time. Spider-Verse movies are probably hands down the best Marvel animation stuff that you can watch today, and maybe even of all time, as well. Overall, the Figuarts Spider-Verse stuff is great. I like them more than the MAFEX figures. And again, just glad I was able to get this for retail.
Cool. How much was retail for you?
I think this one was $60 off Ami.
Okay.
It's a good price.
Not bad.
It is a good price, yeah.
Yeah, he was going for a lot for a while too, so I'm glad he was able to be reissued.
All right. Next is Jason. You're up.
All righty. I once again paired two up because they are essentially the same figure, just in different colors. So, another one I missed out on. I was glad to get the 2.5. These are the 2.5s. Again, they're amazing Yamaguchi, so they were just. I forgot to take enough pictures because I was having just a good time posing them. But they come with a ton of accessories. You get, of course, explosive chimichanga, which is crucial. Ton of weapons, ton of holstered weapons. I'm not sure what else I can say about it. They're just great figures and a lot of fun. I never got the X-Force MAFEX one, which I'll grab one day. So felt like I needed both.
Yeah. So how do you have them posed?
Well, red one is the same. I stopped there. So the red one is still
yeah, sure.
Chilling with chimichanga.
Yeah.
And for now, I'm not going to leave him this way. I don't think that I left X-Force version with his Sai.
Okay.
The way they molded the hands is actually really cool to have it in there. It's a little sketchy. You almost feel like you're going to break them when you put them in because the fingers are so tight around the hilt there.
Mm-hmm.
But works great. I will say, no quality problems. So unlike out of all four of these amazing Yamaguchi figures, I had the spot on Reverse Flash's head, but that's it.
Yeah, good. Nice.
Oh, and other than knocking one over and apparently losing half the parts. That was it. Like all right. Recap, I got one now.
Next up.
So my number 4 was Jada Sagat. I've been after this figure for the longest time. I have way too many collectors where I live, so I stopped hunting. Honestly, there's no point of even going to Targets to hunt, just because I already know like 50 people who hit up the same stores before me. So what's the point? But Maximilian, who was in the chat earlier, he's also one of my co-hosts at the show. He found these at his Target. He found Blanca and Sagat, and he hooked me up with both of them. And I was really looking forward to Sagat just so I could add it to my Shadow loot shelf. And it's a great figure in hand. Blanca was a little overrated in my opinion. But the Sagat is fun. He's fun to pose. This is one of the figures where, like, if I'm in the meeting that's off camera, I'll have it in hand and just kind of pose up while I'm in the meeting. And I mean, I work from home, so this is my space.
Yeah.
So it's easy to just like slide over and grab a figure. And I just love posing up with this figure. It's a great figure. It's fun to play with. Jada's killing it, especially for the price point. It's still no Storm collectibles, but I still like it.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, cool. So we'll remove that. Next up is Ryan with his hopefully singular number 3.
Hey, can you put me on big screen real quick?
Okay.
Before I go on number 3, I want to give a big old shout out for Hot Toys Hotline that gave me a free thing, which is always nice for YouTubers giving something for free. But I'm going to put this bad boy on Punisher War Machine. So on my Hot Toys. Okay, number 3. Let's talk about that. So there was a gentleman who's a massive enabler. He has cost me thousands and thousands of dollars. He knows a little bit about Godzilla, so he's always talking about these Godzillas. I usually don't even pay attention to this guy, but for some weird reason, I decided I had to buy a figure, so I went with Haya Toys. I don't even know what it's called, but it's Godzilla. So, and there's
It's the
way
exquisite
too many
basic-
Godzilla options.
Exquisite basic.
Exquisite basic, like he said. So I went with this Godzilla. It did arrive pretty quickly, and let me tell you, it was a pretty good choice. So Godzilla, and I got something else that's number 3. So I can go to the next slide,
Go ahead.
and I have it in hand too. So let me see if I can figure this out.
Mothra.
And yeah, and this Mothra was sold out a lot of places, so I'm gonna take you on a little journey through my library here. So I did pay the butler to clean a little bit, so let's check this out. Let's see. It's up on my bookshelf.
Do you have aisles?
Yeah, I do have that. I got an issue.
That's awesome.
I told this guy he should be selling tickets like as if it's like an expo or
Yeah,
something.
and you got, and I'll show
A museum.
This is my ADHD, but dang, I don't have lights. But you guys talk about, God,
Come on, where's the lights?
dude. Hold on.
There's no one tied up in the back of that room, is there?
Oh God.
Big bad toy store delivery guy.
No, I got so much crap on the floor, but let's see. Oh, this is
turning
terrible.
into like a horror movie, man. It's like what was
Blair
it?
Witch.
Blair Witch.
Blair
There you
Witch,
go.
Hey, I'm gonna move.
I swear
Well,
I saw something in the corner. I saw some eyes.
Hold on. No, nobody can turn on lights correctly, so just wait.
Come on, dude. This is your home. Why are you looking for the lights?
What the hell? See, he don't even know.
Oh
He's
wow!
never seen. Yeah, so I got issues. I got 99 problems in collecting 81. So, as I said,
Got a whole Lego world over there.
oh yeah, look at that.
Godzilla's about to destroy it though.
Yeah, God. Oh, that's why I wanted to show you that. I need to get a better scale though. This Godzilla is way too small, but
Too small for that.
yeah. So I just placed 5 on pre-order this week, so I got 5 more coming, and it's just another thing that Robert's got me into. So like he knows, MAFEX. I sold MAFEX a long time ago. So that is my number 3, I believe.
So he brought us over to show us the Godzilla and Mothra. Showed us for like half a second. And then continued on and went somewhere else.
That's how I am.
He just wanted to walk down the aisle. That's really what it was.
Yeah.
You haven't even seen my arcade room. I have an arcade room and
I've seen
a bunch of the 112. So.
And you say that I'm the lucky one.
Right.
Well, my wife don't know these things.
All right.
Yeah.
So I'm up. So I'm going to go with my MAFEX Kane, which came in. He's a very, very awesome figure. So, well, I just lost a piece. He just dropped it. That's okay. Great piece. I wasn't sure I was going to get it because I have the AT Custom. I have the AT Custom figure, which I thought was awesome. It was great. Look, I lost his hand. But this figure's awesome. He's a great figure, and as of right now, he is probably my MAFEX of the year. He's better than Superboy.
Wow.
I think he is. Yeah. So
Does he normally fall apart?
well, no, I've been kind of messing with it this morning, and I think I got the hand a little bit loose.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, but he's great. He has 2 torsos, so you remove the top one, and it's just the turtleneck. He comes with a ton of hands, a bunch of guns, bunch of accessories. So really cool. I mean, he's a really, really nice figure. And the way that, Donnie Yen moves, you can really get a lot of cool poses out of this figure doing that. So again, this is a really great figure. I was thinking about passing it up. I'm glad that I didn't listen to myself and I got it. And as of right now, like I said, this is that's the figure to beat for MAFEX this year. So that's my number 3. All right, moving on.
All
We got
right.
Sneaky.
All right. So for my number 2, where's this? Okay. I got the NEC account.
Nice.
Photos by Wolflow81 and Gang Weaver. I mean, this line is
Killing
I
it.
know Ryan and I, we all talk about it. This is probably going to be like the sleeper figure of the year line. The photographers are doing some crazy stuff with these figures. I haven't opened mine yet too, but he's right here. But yeah, I mean, Bert and Ernie were hits. The count's just another hit. But yeah, again, back to what the photographers are doing with these figures, man. It's crazy. Doing like recreating movie scenes, like the Blade one on the right, and then Will Flow right there, just the Count and Doc Knock. It just goes with everything. This one was a Target exclusive, so it was a little bit harder to get, but luckily there was a Target restock, and I think Ryan, Jason and I were lucky to get it, and Ryan.
I was lucky that you got it too. Come on.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Jason was able to get 2.
Jason picked me up one. Jason has my Count and Al has my Bert
and Ernie, yeah. But yeah, so this is my number 2.
Nice.
So what do you like most about this line other than like the fun posing and stuff?
Honestly, I mean, well, NEC in general, their figures are good quality, especially for the price. You could put them up in there with the Jada and the Storm Arena at $30-$35 price point. But I mean, when we take it back, just a kid of the 80s, Sesame Street was a big part of my childhood as well. But I'm not gonna lie, the fun pictures are what really got me to wanting to buy these figures. It's just crazy what they're doing with these figures.
Yeah.
That Aliens one is the one that got me.
That's so good.
Oh yeah, the one Bert. Yeah, that one was I believe that was Gang Whitfrey as well too. Yeah, it was him. Yeah, he's killing it with these photos.
Oh yeah,
insane. I like when I think he's all done, he somehow comes up with a new picture.
Obby, do you have these figures?
I do not. I don't really buy a lot of NECA. I mean, not that I don't buy any, but I never was really into Sesame Street, honestly speaking.
Oh.
I did see them. I did see the Count. The one time I did go hunting, like 2 weeks ago, I saw 3 of them on the shelves, and I definitely sent out pictures to
Mark
people.
Just follows you around, huh? You can't find him on shelves. He's really hard to find.
Oh, really? Okay, I went to a Target that's like in the boonies on purpose because I was really just going for the Blanca and Sagat. Now I don't have to hunt for a long time.
Yeah, they're E.T. and Alf, as Ian is saying. Those are awesome figures that they put out.
Yeah,
great accessories. So good, so good.
Alf, I do have, and I do want I do have Alf, not E.T. Alf, I definitely do, and then I do want Pee Wee Herman.
I passed on Pee Wee because of the scale.
Mm-hmm.
I want like a real 1/12 scale for the Pee Wee Herman.
The face paint is a little funky on those Pee Wees too.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of almost looks like cakey makeup. It's weird.
Oh. Mm-hmm. I haven't even reviewed it, honestly. I just want one because it's Pee Wee Herman.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's my dream. A 1/6 Pee Wee with a bike. That's my dream.
That would be awesome. NEC is gonna do one with the bike soon.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
All right, next up.
All righty. Well, coming in for Superboy at number 2. Man, this completes the line, and that was really, I dig the figure, but that was kind of my main goal, is I just wanted to finish off the group, and it was an even more pleasant surprise than I'd hoped for. He's a lot of fun. He's a lot of fun to pose. He looks great. The jacket is awesome. this whole thing makes me miss the 90s, just with the glasses and the waist-length leather coat. But he poses really well. Just having a great time with him, more so than I expected. The paint applications are right on the money. I know Robert Kaiju Daddy talked him up a bunch, so I can't really add too much other than if you have any interest, go grab him. He's more fun than you think he's going to be to play around with.
Yeah, he was a great surprise in hand. Like how nice that figure is to mess around with.
Right?
Yeah, really good.
He feels good to pose, and he looks. You look at the color scheme, and you're like, okay, how great's that going to look in hand? And the answer really is awesome. Surprisingly so.
Yeah.
So that is my number 2.
Okay. So next up is Obby.
So my number 2 was the snail shell zombie chick. I don't know why I bought this figure, to be honest with you, but actually, no, I'm just kidding. I know exactly why I bought this figure. This is compared to some of the other snail shell stuff. It's actually not as good articulated wise, but she has obviously her own assets. That's why
her own assets.
That's why she's there. Cake for days. It's still a fun looking figure. Articulation wise, I kind of wish it was a little better because you can't do her leg go straight, which is a little weird. Unless it's just I haven't figured it out yet. But it always starts curving to the side, which I don't like. But other than that, it's a fun little zombie figure, so why not?
What did that end up costing?
I got it for $60.
Okay,
that's pretty.
And that's mostly because I have a guy who he.
Oh, my bad. I did it again. I'm sorry.
No worries.
You got a guy.
Yeah, no, he's my smut peddler. So all these snail shell or third-party female figures I get from him, and he's local to me, so he just he'll buy it, and if he doesn't want it, he sells them to me.
Okay.
So I was like, all right, that works.
Okay, sorry.
No, nothing.
Sorry, I'm trying to look at the chat. I'm trying to look here. I'm sorry.
Oh, I get it.
So next up.
Oh,
sorry. Let's remove that. Next up, we got the collector.
Oh man.
Changing locations.
Are you ready?
Off again.
This guy.
I think
tonight.
His basement is so big he doesn't get reception down there.
His basement is bigger
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
There we go.
I just think I wasn't even talking. So this is the Jungle Warhound by Gridiron Studios. If you got the money, then they got the stuff. So they got the mods. This is the Jungle Warhound with the Elite Module extension pack. I have no idea how much it costs, but it costs a lot. So I got this for my son's birthday, and it's awesome. So let's take a picture. Actually, not take a picture. What the heck? Next slide. Let me show you what I got. I'm telling you, this new computer they gave me at work just doesn't.
All right.
Okay, so this is my setup. So let's take a shot of my basement here. So there you go, guys.
Wow.
Gridiron makes. You talk about cheap. This ain't cheap, guys. I got the Predator on the back of it. See that?
That's cool. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Oh!
Yeah, he's not going to stay up. But, this thing's pretty nice. I know people give it a lot of grief, but comparing this to a Hasbro Pulse, it's about the same price, but it's hefty, guys. Now, don't ask me how long this lasts, but it does not roll. It's stationary. So that's one of the negatives about that. So in a couple years, it will probably have a wheel and axle and it can roll. But for now, this is good enough for me. So that's my number 2.
Okay, what did that cost?
I don't know. So the first part was $200. The other part was $169. The little mech thing that he's riding, the Predator's riding, is, I think it was $80. I don't know. So
Okay.
it's not cheap. It's
Yeah.
not cheap at all.
Well, this hobby isn't for cheap
No.
people.
No, and that's why I had to hear a court case after this.
Yeah. So my number 2, I guess, is Ian had it as his number 1. I'm gonna have it as my number 2. This is the Spider-Punk from Across the Spider-Verse. As Ian said, you can get a backdrop for it. I just don't have it with it. And you can get actually this cool backdrop that goes and attaches to the back of the guitar, which is really cool. It's a tall figure. It's very lanky, just like the Figure Arts, if you have the Figure Arts one. A lot of people are losing the pick. I don't know if you can make out the pick.
Yep, we can see it. Yep.
A lot of people are missing it or kind of misplacing it when they open the box because it's not where you would normally think it was. It was kind of just in this little tray, nothing holding it in. So be careful if you buy it. Make sure that you open the box very carefully, and there's a little indent. And because the pick is the same color as the plastic, it's very easy to miss. So but anyway, this is a great figure. It's really nice. The articulation is awesome. You get the Spider-Man head, or you can get the unmasked head. So really cool. Very happy I got it. Like Ian, I'm a big fan of the Spider-Verse stuff, so I'm trying to collect it all, and just doing my best. So that's my number 2. All right, Al with his number 1.
All right, so number 1, just want to say again too. I know I'm trying to get more dioramas and props to get to more photography as well. And with Marvel vs. Capcom coming out, there's a lot of cool stuff. I know 78 was in here. He's a good dial maker, guys. He's teased some X-Men stuff, so be on the lookout for that. And we also have a guy, Shadow Moses. He makes some really cool 1/12 accessories. I know he has some little mini arcade cabinets. I think I'm gonna need to get me a mini MVC arcade cabinet for that line. But anyways, so number 1 is going to be this first time I got a Labubu, and it was rare. This is my number 1, guys. I'm just kidding. It's not my number 1. But it was pretty cool. I got a rare one. But anyway, so my number 1, actually, one of my cousins was kind of downsizing his collection. So he was getting rid of a lot of stuff, and he was getting rid of all his NECA Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle stuff. So these are kind of some oldies, but goodies. So I was able to get both of these sets from him for a really good deal too. Thank him.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, so the Jim Lawson Ninja Turtles, and also the animated Disguise 87 4-pack. But photo on the left by Super Bias Photography is also in our group as well. And the left or the right one I just found on the website, so I'm not sure who took it. But just going to show a couple of them. My favorite turtle, Raphael. But the Jim Lawson design is from the old Mirage comics, like the second, I guess you could say the second chapter. But they were also famously used in the notoriously hard NES game for the cover. But these are about to come out again too. Actually, I think some people might have been finding the individual packs, but once my cousin said he was getting rid of them, I just canceled those and got his. And then also the animated Raphael with his half of his disguise on. They do have the creepy. They do come with those.
Is awesome.
Yeah. What I just learned too is that they actually got this head sculpt from the 1/4 NECA Turtles, and they shrunk it down. So this is like the first time they used that 1/4 head sculpt for the smaller size. But the funny thing is, if you guys remember the 87 cartoon, when they went in those trenchcoat disguises, they came with those, or they had those freaky creepy masks, but they do come with them. But yeah, no, I'm not using them. These things creep me out as a kid too. But overall, just the NECA Turtles in general are amazing, and these are some of the, I guess, the better sets to get if you're a turtle fan.
Nice.
But that was my number 1.
Cool.
Nice.
Awesome. All right. Jason is up. Let me just remove this Give me a second. All right, Jason.
All right.
You good?
I'm good.
Okay.
Ian already reviewed it really well, but man, I love this figure. I had a hard time picking between him and Superboy, but it's just so much charm in it. I don't normally go for cute, but this is about as cute as you're going to get. Mayday really makes this for me. It's a cool little figure. You use kind of the parts between the backpack look or the front look or the on the floor, but it's really just pegged in pieces. You can switch them around a little bit, but she's not really articulating. And that bathrobe really is super soft and fuzzy. This one made me smile, so this made my number one.
Where'd you get this one from?
Oh, I think this one was this came in that big Hobby Genki order I got.
Okay, because I ordered mine from Amazon USA. I didn't get it from Bandai here, and they haven't gotten theirs in yet. So I was just kind of curious.
That's odd. Well, no, Amazon, they're always about 3 months behind on this.
Yeah.
But you like it's fun, and you get kind of two figures in one. You know that the Spidey on its own is actually, like Ian was saying, really well textured and painted. He's a little tall. He definitely sticks out a little more because he's the wrong height. But I've got him swinging with Baby Mayday. It looks great. It's got a lot of good shelf presence.
Nice. All right, thank you, Jason.
Thank you.
And
this guy.
This is my I guess my number one figure, or number 6. So this looks great. It looks awesome. In hand, though, I was very disappointed.
Oh yeah.
Again, it looks amazing. The arm, the pauldrons here are magnetic. So they attach with magnets, but you have to take it off in order to pose it. Otherwise, it won't pose. It won't move up without it. It'll just pop off.
Yeah.
The clothes over here, like the plastic here and right below it, it's too hard, so it only goes out like this much.
Yeah.
And that was a little disappointing. So you can't even do a sitting pose. For the price point, I feel like it was very underwhelming.
Yeah.
It looks great, looks fantastic, but he's forever standing up. He will never sit down. And even pose wise, like you have to remove the armor in order to pose him, and that's how far up he goes anyways, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
So I was a little disappointed for something this expensive and also something that's third party. I was expecting something better. In other words, like the PlayStation 5 toys that came out, like the PS5 action figures, had much better articulation than this thing.
Wow.
But this one looks a lot cooler. But
that's like that Grim Knight Batman. It looks awesome, but he just doesn't move.
Yeah, so he'll just stay stood up.
Yeah.
That's he'll just
great. This is the Bro Toys?
Yeah, this is Bro Toys, yeah.
Yeah, that's disappointing.
Yeah, it looks awesome, but again, I was fairly disappointed with the figure, to be honest. But I mean, I traded something for it, so I was like, all right, whatever.
All right. Number one for the collector. I can already see what he's got, and I'm extremely jealous as of right now.
Oh yeah, the dewback. So only real players, figure collectors, have a dewback, and I got one.
Hey.
Oh, sorry, guys. So the Sand Trooper Sergeant and the dewback. I got that the day after I got Crab Louie. So Crab Louie went poo-pooey, and then I got a dewback, and everything was okay. So this thing is a beast. So I'm getting the dragon whenever that comes out. So I looked at this. It's up here. I mean, I have nowhere to put it right now. So, and I thought the blurred was something special until I got that dewback. So the dewback is the real thing. It's awesome, guys. It's massive. It's huge, but it's on my top shelf right now. And
top
it's
shelf
awesome.
with no love.
Yeah, this is my do-it-yourself cabinet I've had for 2 years. I haven't done anything to it. So a younger guy lives next to me. He says he's a fabricator. I might put him in good use. But how do I talk to my neighbor and say, hey, I got an addiction? I just can't bring anybody down in my basement. So yeah, it'd be nice to
He
get
might do
proper
it.
display.
He may do it for free. You just have to buy the parts.
Yeah, you're right. My thing though is he might think something different of me. But usually my neighbors don't like me, so the last one hated me. Just hated me.
I wonder why.
You're cutting your leaves into my yard. Like who cares? The wind. Just the wind. Just let nature take its course. So yes, that is my do bag. Yes, I do have a basement, but I don't have enough room. So one day I'm gonna get rid of stuff. So I have how many arcades do I have? I have a lot of arcades. I got a skee ball. I got a foosball table. I got a shuffleboard, and I kind of need to sell some stuff. So hell yeah, and I got a whole Lego City too. So and I got 11 TVs.
99
TVs that won't work. Yeah, 99 problems and collecting ain't one. And I collect a lot of dust.
This guy collects anything. You just throw something at him, he'll
Yeah,
take
hey,
it home and collect it.
and I was telling this lady, I said, man, I got mini arcades at home. I might just bring it to work and let the kids play with it. I got like 30 mini arcades, and it's hard to give up those things and say,
Question.
I'm not. Yeah.
Question. Did you ever collect Pez dispensers?
No, but I saw a documentary on a guy that went to Russia for those. Have you seen that Pez dispenser
What?
documentary?
No.
No.
That is insane.
My dad got me in
I have a buddy who collected Pez dispensers, and the same guy who collected Pez dispensers and another friend collected TV guides.
Yeah.
They had boxes and boxes and boxes of TV guides.
I can tell you stories about collecting, but I do not want it on YouTube.
Well, I told you the story. I told you the story about the guy in my university who took pictures of poop. I told you that.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. We all have addictions, but it's
We all have
funny.
weird little
It's like an
things.
AA meeting, right?
Yeah.
So we're all here to discuss it.
At that point, taking pictures of poop, that's more of a kink.
Yeah.
I mean, guys,
Polaroids. He had Polaroids that he carried around with it.
Yeah. I have a TVR VCR combo right next to me with VHS tapes because a buddy of mine told me how valuable those TV sets are. And I said, I got one out of my sunroom I've never even used for 15 years. I went and grabbed it. But you don't need streaming.
I was watching something, I think on Facebook. It might have been like Instagram on VHS tapes.
Oh, yeah.
And what they go for.
Jaws.
Goonies.
Goonies.
Star Wars. Sealed tapes.
Really?
From
sealed. Okay.
or something.
Sealed and pressed. What the heck is pressed for a VHS tape? It's just crazy.
First issue, first pressing.
So Star Wars was $60,000, I think, sold.
No, it was 115.
Oh, 115.
Jaws
so you saw the same thing.
Or something. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, crazy.
Jeez.
That is nuts.
Yeah.
VHS tapes are either worth a mint or nothing. There's really no in between there.
And the only reason why we got Star Wars VHS tapes, I bet you Robert knows this. You know, right? Finish the story. You know?
Because they sent them out to the video stores, and the video stores found a loophole in the contract which allowed them to kind of sell off
lifetime,
kind of like a membership
rental.
To be able to keep it, basically.
Wow.
And VHS tapes weren't cheap. They were like over $100 at one time.
Easily.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't until like that CBS home video thing where people started being able to buy them at,
When before I was 18, I had 18 jobs, and one job was at a video store. And I used to look at their magazines in the back in the office, and one of them was them buying VHS tapes, and I was like, "Dude, these prices are insane." But they're hundreds and hundreds of dollars.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, last figure for me. Anybody want to guess?
A hot toy.
Yeah.
No.
No.
It's my figure of the year.
Godzilla.
It's my figure of the year.
Oh, Muff Toys Batman.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
This figure
Yeah.
is awesome. Awesome.
Why do you-
Awesome.
you should have brainwashed me to get this.
I did, but you were asleep.
No.
This figure is phenomenal. It puts the Hot Toys version to shame. This figure is so good. Yeah. Can your Hot Toys hold this pose? No.
Last time it broke.
So this figure,
I got 2 of them though.
well, you have too many. This figure is great.
It
It's
looks awesome.
really great. It's so good. This is leather. It's awesome. It's so nice. So
Wow. So you
I
put
mean-
this over Protector of Metropolis right now?
huh? Do
You
I
have
put that
this-
over him? Yeah.
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 Okay.
But of course, so there's 3 versions of this. There's the regular, there's the premium, and then there's the deluxe. I got the deluxe, which came with the base. And this part opens up. So can you hear that?
Oh, yes. Yeah, all the accessories.
That's all the accessories inside.
Yeah.
It all goes inside here, which is great. It's nice to be able to keep everything together. But the figure itself is so well articulated, so cool. Even with the leather jacket, he can still move around fairly well. It's great. It's such a cool figure. You can definitely tell that that's Ben Affleck. I mean, there's no guessing, right?
Mhm.
I mean, that's
Yeah,
him. That's him.
it looks like him. Yeah,
Um,
I see that.
So awesome figure. If you haven't gotten it, I highly recommend it. The regular version just has that head sculpt. If you get the premium, you get 2 other head sculpts.
yeah.
And then if you get the deluxe, you get all of that plus the base. So
Yeah.
the base comes with a lot too. It comes with like a container with like kryptonite inside. It's really nice. It's really cool. So yeah, so that is right now it's my figure of the year, 1/6 and 1/12, until I get a due-back, I guess. We'll see. I got a due-back coming. Trade. So we'll see. But yeah, so that's it. So pretty good figures today. Pretty good figures for the month. So let me do the spin. I know people have been patiently waiting for the spin. Let me get that up.
Last man standing.
No. So if you win, I'll give you time to watch the stream as always. If I don't hear from you in 6 months, I'll reach out and tell you that it's too late to claim your figure. So good luck to everybody. And here we go. Who's going to win? Is it Jose or Brian? Brian.
Brian.
Yeah.
Brian.
Mike.
Oh, it keeps going.
Oh, my
man.
God.
Oh,
This is rigged. Oh, it's going to go land on the line.
Oh, he
Ah.
made it. He inched it.
Congrats.
You bet, Brian.
Congratulations, Brian. So we'll give Brian some time to watch and hopefully claim. So we are approaching 3 hours. I apologize for the long stream. I didn't anticipate it going this long. I am sorry. We did have the collector here, so it's to be expected. And I made some gaffes, so I apologize for that. So let's go around. Al, what's going on? What's new? Anything going on?
no, nothing much. I mean, now June. Wow, we're already halfway through the year, but I know I was mentioning how last month was a little bit light for me, but I already saw my 1/6 kitten voices for this month, and oh god, it's not pretty. So I'm preparing to pucker up for the next couple months with 1/6 releases. But other than that, fun time as always. It was great to have Obby, aka Figure Fight Club, on with us. So again, check out his streams, guys. They're fun. They're fun to watch. And when he does contests, he does some contests.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, when he does giveaways, he does some giveaways.
Here's his YouTube link one more time. Go on over there, click the subscribe, and make sure you follow him. Great YouTube channel. The Collector, you want to add anything?
Yes, I'm glad you guys asked. Please bring up my slides. I have an exclusive here. An exclusive. You don't want to show my slides. Okay.
Hold on. Give
Rob,
me a second.
you
Give
looking
me a
at
second.
it. You know
Give me
what
a
it is.
second.
It's dropping tomorrow, boys and girls. A HasLab by Ramen Toys. Seriously, man. That was my exclusive. Ramen Toys. Like I said.
Jason, anything to add?
You settle myself down. Just another great time. Obby, pleasure to hang out with you, man. It was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
Like Al was saying, watch his streams. They have a great time there. A lot of fun on that show. Been a great month for collecting, and as of now, another 4 figures in. So great start to June. But I will be out of town mid-month, so I will miss you guys for the next one, unfortunately.
Where you headed?
Going to Canada.
Not Japan.
Going to Vancouver Island. Nice and quiet.
Nobody ever comes to Japan.
I would love to. This is a family trip, so that's a hard sell.
Families don't go to Japan?
Wait, but you were just telling us you were telling us not to go to Japan in June.
Yeah, you just said.
That's
I've been talking my wife up for going to Japan for a trip, and she's like, "Yeah, I get it. You're bringing an extra suitcase with." I'm like, "That is beside the point."
Yeah, that's irrelevant.
Don't even bring clothes. Just bring suitcase, empty suitcase.
That is a solid plan, which I would do.
How long are you going to be in Canada?
Just about 2 weeks.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. It's a whole family trip, so as long as everybody plays nice, it'll be a lot of fun.
Are you going to be like camping or?
No, we're staying at a few really nice places. So one's more in town, and then the other is sort of off in the wilderness where you are guaranteed to see bald eagles out your window all day.
Oh, nice.
So a lot of nature, a lot of downtime. Hopefully, I'll be able to sneak away.
See if you can get a chance to get to Victoria Island.
Oh, that's where we are. Vancouver.
You're going to Vancouver, okay?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
So, Obby, anything you want to let us know about?
Well, thank you for having me on. That's number one. This was a lot of fun. Again, we have open mic nights on Tuesday nights, so I throw the link out in the chat. You guys are all welcome to join. Have fun. And we'll recycle people out as always. And then Friday we have Patriot Force joining us as our special guests, and we'll their Kickstarter just went up, I think yesterday, I want to say, or maybe last Friday. So we'll talk about their figures, and who knows, maybe we'll have another giveaway. I have no idea, so we'll find out.
All these giveaways.
I don't do many giveaways sometimes. I question
approved.
Yes, I question myself. Well, it also helps get rid of some of my collection. It's just like, all right.
Gotta have goals.
We all do that.
Yeah.
Ryan, why don't you plug your that's a good leeway into your thing. Why don't you plug that one more time?
Yeah.
Turn your mic on. Speak closer. Jesus Christ, this guy. So in our Facebook group, Don't Tell Your Wife, Ryan is sponsoring a report card giveaway. So if your kid gets a report card, gets a good grades in different subjects, block out, the relevant personal information. Have your kid hold the report card if possible. Just blur out your kid's face. But Ryan is going to give out figures to kids who do well It's not going to be for inbox collectors. He writes a message on the box, so the box is going to be a throwaway type of thing. But it's a way for him as an educator to try to, show appreciation and support for younger kids who want to have some action figures and so on. So it's really nice of him to do.
Yeah.
I think he's going to run it until probably mid or late June. Am I right in that, Ryan?
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So in the 3POA group, I posted this and some guy thought I was a scammer. So one person posted a picture of their daughter's report card. So she's a kindergartner. So I'm sending her and probably dad too, a bunch of stuff in a box. So I'm going to hook them up because a lot of people, I don't know what the deal was. I was just trying to be nice and, yeah, I mean, I don't know why people weren't posting it, but if you think I'm a scammer, then I guess don't participate. But if you want free stuff, come to our Facebook group. Don't tell my wife, and hopefully we don't think you're a fake profile. And just post your picture under Robert's latest post, and I'll randomly pick a kid. But he was the only guy that did it, so I said, "Heck with that! I'm picking this guy. I'm gonna send him something." This week. So again, if someone tries to do something nice, don't be a prick and say nasty stuff. And it don't hurt me. I mean, you can call me all the names you want. I deal with that every day out in the parking lots.
I'm a teacher.
Yeah, I'm a teacher. Oh yeah, I tune them out. So I'm probably one of the best teachers your kid could ever have because I do have the Simpsons arcade in my room, and I let them do pretty much whatever they want, but they also learn. So again, I promote fun. But education is the number one thing in your child's life, and and figure collecting I think is something that a lot of kids aren't doing. So if you want this stuff to be around, 20 years from now, you kind of have to support it. And some of the best people I've met in this hobby of ours gave me something or gave me a deal of something that was sold out. That's how I got a Mythic Legions. So just paid it forward.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
So Ian makes a good point.
Just buy
He keeps them in the room without the lights on.
I know, it's best
Yeah,
when
just scream with their face.
can't find your way around.
I thought people would be like putting up fake stuff. I can't believe nobody tried that yet.
KJ might send you a forged report card. So keep an eye on
Well,
that guy.
And I even said if your kid improved a lot, that's fine because I deal with kids that really struggle in life, and every morning I talk to these kids like I'm their dad, or I'm like coaching the Notre Dame football team. I'm Newt Rockney or something, trying to give them a pep talk. So Robert is not a fan of Notre Dame, so
That's really awesome, though. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So KJ's going to be joining a stream hopefully in June. We'll see. So I just want to plug a couple things. First of all, again, thank you, Obby, for joining.
Can I just say one thing to KJ? He said that he's not allowed to be on open mic night. That's not true. I personally invited him once. He just doesn't want to show up.
He doesn't show up for his own streams.
and the Celtics aren't playing anymore. He has no excuses.
We just need
I mean, that's just him.
we just got to set up a KJ AI for every stream, so he could be part of everyone's stream.
There you go.
Yeah. So a couple things. Like I said, thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Really do. Again, everybody who's tuned in, the panelists, everybody, thank you. So June, we have a Jaws stream coming up. Jaws is one of my favorite movies of all time. I'll be giving away a bunch of these. Obby, do you know what these are?
No clue.
All right, so these are bath bombs.
Oh.
Okay, and so they're made in Japan, and you get a ship. It's blue, and you put it in the bath, or just a pool if you want to have a little pool outside in the summer.
Uh-huh.
And it's shaped like the orca from the movie. And then as it dissolves, you start to see one of the Jaws heads. And inside the Jaws head is another tablet that's red. So as it dissolves and the head becomes visible, then that red will start dissolving and it's like blood.
Mm-hmm.
So you
Interesting.
can
Okay.
move it around in the water. So if you got boys, you got young boys, you do have young boys, they would probably get a kick out of something like
Oh,
this.
they will love it. Yeah.
So I'm going to have a bunch of these that I'm going to do as giveaways throughout the stream. So if you have boys who are your sons, grandsons, nephews, even girls who are into Jaws, I think they really love this. My kids are always asking for these. I just got the new one that Ian had showed. There's a black and white version, which is called Maximum Terror. And it comes with a bigger red tablet inside. So now there's more blood. So I'll have these. I'll have these throughout that stream. That'll be coming up in June. Also in July, we're going to be doing that Christmas in July. So if people are channel members, we'll be doing the giveaways. However many months you've been a channel member, you get a spot on the wheel that we just spun, and that will be last man standing. So hopefully we get a lot of spots on that. There's definitely more channel members now than there were the last time we did it, so it'll probably take a lot longer to do.
Yeah.
So that'll probably be like a 4-hour stream. So if you're tuning in for that, be ready.
Fun.
Be ready.
Activate burner accounts.
And I think at the end of June we're probably going to do our mid-year ranking. So we've been doing a poll in the Facebook group. I have to put the new poll up today. I should have done it yesterday. With your top figures, your best companies, your worst companies, best line, so on and so forth. And we're going to do our countdown. So it'll be our top 10 as of mid-year. So that'll be the end of June in terms of your favorite figures of the year. So please tune in. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. What? Jeez, man. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. And more. And more.
Support always.
All right, man. Can you read off the names for me then?
I'll try.
I can do it if you want.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
No, go for it.
Okay, so we got Soul Evernight, Luis Escavilla, Toys for Kids, Carp 1990, Justin Navi, Julio Alejandro Moreno Villarreal, and Burn Nowhere.
I missed it again. Always missing it. Thank you, Figure Fight Club. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. So again, everyone, thanks for watching. Appreciate it as always. And hopefully we see you guys next week for the regular Don't Tell My Wife stream. Oh, somebody's gone.
He's got a
you can faster than usual.
Yeah.
Maybe
Gotta
his
get to
wife,
those street corners.
his wife showed up to the basement.
Yeah. All right, guys. Take care. Thanks
Take
for
care.
watching.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Guys.